Nobody told me I was going live.
We're going live. We're live.
We're going. Okay,
We're
fine. We're
live.
live.
It happened.
There,
Yay!
it does.
Look
Okay.
at that.
Hey, everyone.
Yay.
Miracle
Hi,
of live feed. So we are here, and tonight, like we said, we are going to be answering your questions. And since
We make a fee.
these two people, right here and right here, called me out last week because I wasn't going to make a video because you guys know pretty much about us. I was just going to say, I'm Gina B and I do this and that, and Mama D does this and that, and Athena does who knows what.
Have the
No
answer?
idea.
But-
I still don't know.
Yeah. so they said, well, you should make a video for us. So I had to make a video, so I did. And I liked it. I
I
like
know
And
we
it's
gotta bust your
beautiful.
chops about something and like that.
Yeah, I like it. So I'm
Yeah, you can't be perfect all the time. Come on.
Did you just say that to Gina? Oh my God, no. Uh-uh.
Oh, I know. You're gonna let us have the big reveal later, right?
Yeah. No, I'm gonna do it right now. All right, so here it is. All right. This is because we're gonna answer you guys' question. So I made this video a little bit about all of us. So you might, if you don't know.
If you don't know, you're gonna know. If you don't know by the end of this video, you'll know by the end of the show. And if you don't, tough.
Right. To base some questions off of. So here we go. And after this, it will begin.
Yes.
Good evening and welcome. Tonight we're flipping the script where you ask the questions. What do you want to know about us or what we do? I am Gina B, former business owner, designer, decorator, tool belt diva, artist, and paranormal investigator. I'm a cast member of NAPA's Ghost Detectives TV, now airing on Amazon Prime, a partner with Bob Christopher at Ghostly Excursions, taking people to some of the most haunted locations in the USA, and we partnered with Penhurst to bring Penhurst Paragons. I am a creative partner at Vortex Ghost Gear, providing paranormal investigating equipment. I create all the custom, personalized designs to the Easy Scan ghost boxes and the Cryptochords music boxes. My radio career began with psychic medium Chris George on Second Sight. Then I went solo. As the Fox is my spirit guide, the Fox Den was the perfect name. A few solo years later, the show improved with the addition of Mama D, going from guest to co-host. Thus, the show became the Fox Den, Gina B, and Mama D. Mama D has had several of her own radio shows, including Fireside Chat with Mama D and Angel Meadows, A Conversation with Friends on a Toon Talks network. She says a friendship always starts with a good conversation. Mama, since childhood, has been an angel communicator, and she is a level 1 and 2 Reiki master and a gifted oracle card reader, sending her love and guidance on the wings of a butterfly. Also available to purchase, she creates custom, beautiful, and unique paint pouring canvases. Also, starting as a guest, Athena Bahri quickly won our hearts and became a member of the Fox Den family. Hailing from a Hollywood dynasty, as the niece of Rita Hayworth and the cousin of Ginger Rogers, Raise Your Vibes author Athena Bahri began her career as an actress as Athena Cancino. She left her life of glamour and paparazzi to create a life of peace and energy healing. She is the founder and creator of Crystal Reiki Healer, one of the fastest growing online presences for crystal and chakra education. Crystal Reiki Healing in raising the energy vibration for all beautiful souls searching to better their lives. She has recently began recording her own televised podcast interviews. She brings a wonderful addition to the den with her mid-show segment, Athena's Crystal of the Week. We welcome you all, and we welcome all your questions. All right, that's the end of the show.
Back.
No one needs to know anything else.
Bye.
Yeah.
I really love the cartoon, by the way. The cartoon faces you made. Very, very cool.
Yeah,
yes.
she's good with
yes.
that.
Yeah.
So if anybody doesn't know, Gina makes all the videos for all of our guests, and including the one we just did because I called her out. We called her out. And it takes her all day. So if anybody wants a video made, please get a hold of her. She has really decent prices. She luckily hasn't charged us. We can get away with it. But This is what she does. Okay, she just makes our life that much better. And I have a complaint to make about people in the chat room who always say, "Oh, Gina, we miss you." You know, we don't miss her because she's here all the time. Every week she's here.
Aww.
I know. I'm in a good mood. I get to spend 2 hours with two of my favorite people. So why not?
Aw.
Right?
Mwah.
I know. I
love that.
love you. I love you, Mama. But
Aw.
so this show though, you guys, yeah, I know. Love fast hugs, scoop hugs, love my girls.
Yay.
But this show here, you guys are asking us questions. So what do you want to know about us?
Hmm.
Any one of us, put your question over here, and we will put it up here. All right. So what do you want to know? In the meantime, I'm going to do this now. Athena has just started her own show. So fill us in on the deets of the show, right?
Thank
What's the name
you.
of it? How are you going to get there? How are we going to see it? How,
All that good stuff. Yes. Well, it's called Raise Your Vibes, of course, right? From borrowed from the title of my book. And yep, that's it. Oh, wait. There we go, that way. And it's going to be on, oh, I just lost my little thing. It's going to be on KP Media TV streaming. So this is an app like, much like Netflix or, any of these other streaming apps, Disney Plus, all of these, you download the app and you can watch it on TV. If you have Amazon Fire, Roku, iTunes, all that stuff, Apple TV, I guess it's called. And I have a Samsung, so it automatically goes. And then it's also going to be syndicated as a podcast, and it'll go out as it will go out for three hearts. And then it'll get syndicated as a podcast and go out to, iHeartRadio, Spotify, all the large and little, broadcasts and radio. It's a half an hour show, and I'm bringing on, so far I've had some really wonderful people on there, and everything from foundation creators to authors to meditation experts, psychics. We've got some fun psychic tarot stuff on there. And so yeah, much like yours, it's not quite 2 hours. It's a half an hour, and we cut it
That's where you start, as a half an hour, and then eventually you'll be like us and going forever.
Going forever. Well, half an hour is kind of like my max time to be able to broadcast on radio. After that, they kind of cut you off, and I don't want to lose part of the show. Yeah. So we're doing half-hour shows, which for me is a lot less pressure than doing 2 hours.
Well, for us, I mean,
but it's really nice.
We're used to doing the 2 hours, and sometimes the 2 hours just flies by.
Yes.
And sometimes it's like, oh boy, it's getting late.
Whoa, maybe we'll cut this one.
I can't honestly think of a show that we've had where I sat there and kind of went, okay, we're going to be done. But yeah.
There was a couple.
Okay, I did, not with Gina, but in my other shows, yeah, I think there was one
other
shows.
Oh, so far, it's been really nice. I had one guest on. She's an author and a doctor, and I mean, she's just incredible. And she was so smart, one of the most intelligent, amazing women I have spoken to, really highly educated. And I felt so oh my God, she's really, really smart. I need to keep up with her. This is awesome. But I am am I doing okay? When you start getting that little flurry of
fear and that little flutter.
Yeah, that little flutter. But it was really cool, and it ended up being a really great show. So we've recorded 6 now. They're all in post-production. And I just had an animation created for the intro because I didn't have Gina B make it, right?
You don't have a Gina in your back pocket.
You
didn't at the time.
Their network, I'm sure, has one. So
yes, they created one for me, and it's really cool. It's got the logo that it brightens up and opens up into the sky, and it's very, very cool. So Yeah, so I'm excited. We're gonna launch really soon. I mean, we're maybe next week. So let's see if we can, if the editor can finish putting all the edits together, it will go live, and it's Sundays at 3 p.m. Pacific. Hi, Nadine. Oh, trifecta beauties. I love you. Nadine is so incredible. This woman is so sweet. You guys, I wish you were over here on this side so you could meet her too. We do our monthly goddess circles.
One of these days. I'll come.
Yes, I would love that. Well, and then I'll bring you to one of my goddess circles, and we can go.
I would love it.
On the beach, and you'll get to meet Nadine. Yeah, come.
I would definitely love it. All right, so we got some questions coming in here. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. So we've got a couple already that I starred. Okay. The first one is from Debbie. What made you get into the field you're in, and if you didn't do, thanks, Jay. And if you didn't do this, what would you have been into? But we'll each take it. Gina, go for it.
All right. What made me get into the field? All right. So what made me get into paranormal field is I've always been into that since childhood. I've seen things, a few things that I couldn't explain. My grandparents both appeared to me at the foot of my bed when they died. A lot of things put me in that path. Being an interior designer and decorator, being in houses and ripping things apart and having things going on behind you. As a matter of fact, this might be going off over here. I have a water bottle set up with a light. So if that light goes up, some spirit's trying to get a drink of water, just so you know. All right. I have a lot of equipment around here too. I'm sure I'll be popping in throughout the show. But I've always been interested in that. And then I didn't realize how huge the paranormal field actually is, and and like social media and whatnot, until after my husband passed away. And then I started like we were doing our own team things, little smaller teams. But then I realized how big the field was and started getting into the field. And then it was just like the things that were going on with my husband was insane. I'm actually in a book, this book right here, Signs of Spirit, of Mark. The very first thing that happened, see, this was a picture of Mark there, and then this is a face on the pillow.
The other side.
That one. That's the face on the pillow when he passed away, which his head wasn't even on, and I don't know how he got that face on that pillow when he passed away on a table. That is beyond me. I'm still trying to figure that one out, but that's the thing with this field is like you try to figure out, how these things are possible. And also, I'm in here again a second time in this book too, with a lot of things like the spirits in my house saved me from a fire, and Mark helped me find his wedding ring. So, like all these things just push you in that direction. And the more you learn, the more you're addicted, and the more you want to learn, and the more you want to communicate, and the more you want to, and things make sense. I had near death, then I understand why I hear the things I hear, how I hear the tones after I died and came back. I hear those tones when a spirit comes in. I know, with these different tones of hearing, high, medium, and low. If it's high and medium, I don't worry about it. If it's low, I worry about it. So, there's a lot of things that just, once you make a connection, you are just totally drawn into the feeling. So that's it for me. So I'm going to shut up because, I need that.
Okay. Quick notification. If all of a sudden Gina sound stops, it's because she always says, I'm talk too much. Just shut me up. Tell me when to stop. You can't tell Gina not to talk. So you just mute her. And that's my job for tonight.
Yep. I told her to do it. So I can't get mad at her.
Because remedy, if I get going too long, just mute me.
I hope that answers the question. I tried to,
Yeah, I think you did. Athena?
Answer it.
Yes. All right. Well, I started out as an actress, and that was not going to work for me in my current life situation. I got married and had kids, and right around the time that I got married, my like all the TV shows started having all these young girls who I fit that category way back then, were naked. They're all naked. They're all doing nude scenes. I mean, have you seen any of these shows? It started with like True Blood. That was one of the first ones.
Oh my God, I love True Blood.
I loved True Blood, but I was horrified looking at this because I thought, oh my God, there's no way I could be on this show. Like, it's just never going to happen.
Just
My
not
husband
me.
will, like string me up. I'll be one of those ghosts visiting you, Gina.
But it
No.
got weird. That's the only thing about True Blood. It got weird. I didn't like it.
It did. It did. Yeah, it did.
So good. And then,
It started out so good. And I read the books. The books were fun. I mean, super light entertainment, but I'm such a sucker for vampires. So it was right up my alley. I love vampires. So then, and then I did, the next chapter of my life was being mom and, staying. And we both agreed, we both loved the family values of mom staying home. And so I did that for a bit. And then I had horrible pain that just kind of came in and it would linger and it wouldn't leave. And this is when we really discovered that I had some serious back issues going on because I had a rollover car accident where I kind of left myself for a minute and watched from the outside. It was really wild. And it caught up to me. And after my daughter was born, she was about 9 months old, I guess, and I couldn't walk. And it just like that, it had finally like I had pain and I was taking meds and doing all the stuff, all the PT and all that. And then that happened and we discovered I had a fracture. And my husband was like, I can't fix a fracture. Poor guy. He's a chiropractor. He tried so hard. And he was so done with listening to me be in pain. Let me tell you, like so done. And then I just, during this time I had started looking into energy healing and started looking, I was drawn to crystals. I was drawn to Reiki. I was drawn to plants. My son says it started with plants, my green thumb. I would pick just like little leaves from succulents and I would turn them into whole plants, like watch them grow. And so it kind of started with that, like watching, how, pouring love onto something can make it grow into this beautiful piece. And then one day,
I love into see over there. There's a fake.
I know.
I know
you.
I know. Nice, you just pour your love into forming it. So nice.
I know you're not big into the play. It's okay. It's okay. Not everybody has to do it. It's totally. That's why we have me. So then one day I just decided, and I told my husband, I want to do Reiki. And of course he was like, what are you talking about? Who does Reiki? Nobody does Reiki. And I was like, well, I want to do Reiki. And it was so, from actress to like mom to Reiki healer, it was kind of a stretch. Right. But I kind of do that. I kind of change in drastic ways. I want to try a new chapter and see how that resonates for me. And when I did, it just kind of took on a life of its own. I never expected it. If somebody told me I would be here today talking like I am, I never would have believed it. So it's been really amazing. The connections I've made with people, to be able to help heal myself. I mean, that was the biggest one, was being able to take away my own pain. So after I was able to do that, I thought, I have to share this. Like, I can't be selfish and hold this. This is bigger than me. I have to get it out there. I need to share. And it has since turned into, a community online, a book, now a TV show. I'm going to London to be in the Mind Body Wellness Festival. Which is amazing. And having monthly goddess circles with these like beautiful women that come and join us. It's really taken on a life of its own. And it's been so good for my home because my children are calmer, my husband's calmer, like just our entire energy at home chilled out. So, I can't imagine doing anything else at this point.
Need that. We all need that.
Yes. Yeah, definitely.
Okay, so you're in California, right?
And I'm in California, yes.
Okay,
yeah.
So anybody who's in California would like to join Athena with her goddess circles, reach out, touch her. Here's okay, let's see if I can get this thing.
Touch me.
Don't touch her because her husband will hit you. And if he doesn't, I will.
He's just a little protective.
Okay, so I think this is, here we go. Let's see if this will work. This is not gonna work. There we go.
And Mama D, you still have to share. See? We need to hear yours. There we go. Look at that.
So Mama D's frozen.
Are you practicing?
The banner. If we took the banner down.
Oh, there we go.
I don't know. She's frozen. It's a silly face.
Oh, she's not procrastinating. She's frozen.
Yes, she's
But it's a nice
So-
freeze. It's a good freeze. If you're gonna freeze, that's a good look. I like
It's
it.
funny. That's funny. All right, so I'm gonna back up. We're gonna come back to Mama. She's there. We're gonna do this one. What's my favorite ghost tour that I've done? Oh my god. You know, that's a tough one for me because I love so many places. Like, oh my god, this it's haunted everywhere. I love if there is a prison. I like Ohio State Reformatory. Um, for asylum, I love Penhurst. Um, oh my gosh, there's just so many. There's really seriously too many to choose from. I love them all. There are places I'd like to go. You know, I would love to go to like Provelia Island, in Italy. There are places, castles I'd like to go over, jump the
Oh,
pump.
well, all the European castles are amazing. Yes, you would love it over there because they have so much history, right? And I mean, much older than US, what you'd find here. You've got
Exactly.
generations of ghosts hanging out over there, right?
Honest to God, I know, and I love castles, and I love from being a designer and everything, the architecture. I mean, Paris, France, Rome, Italy. Oh, my heart, but Scotland and Ireland and Germany, St. Petersburg, all the castles there. There's so many. Oh my God! If I ever hit like the lottery and was like beyond wealthy and I could travel anywhere I would want to go, then I would be everywhere investigating. Even if they didn't even know it. Because you can take a recorder and go through tours and you can pick up
Yeah.
other things. Because the different.
Well, you could do like just have an annual trip for yourself, like one European trip, hit one country that month, or I mean, it's everything is so close too. You could probably hit a couple,
Yeah,
and
my
just do
daughter is
like
the
that.
best planner ever, but she kills me. We
Oh,
went to
well,
Vegas for a weekend. I think I ran 500 miles.
oh my goodness.
She's a killer. She's a
Yeah,
killer.
she's
Honestly,
intense. She's intense.
very highly intense, but sees everything. She's like, all right, you got to go to this buffet over here. You got to do this over here. And then you got to be going through a tunnel over here and get to the next building. And you're doing this, you're doing, I'm like, oh my God, and, run to keep up with her. But we do get to see everything, and it's just amazing. And she goes to all these places first, so she's done all these whirlwind trips. She's a fabulous photographer. She takes amazing pictures. She's not into paranormal at all. But while she was in Paris,
Okay.
she went into the catacombs for me, you know, to take pictures and everything because she knew I would love it. And then she goes,
Love
so
that.
now, Mom, when we go to Paris, I know exactly where to go, what transit to take, what this, what that, and you don't have to waste any time. I'm like, oh, so here we go. It's Vegas all over again. We're going to be running 1,000 miles in a day, but we will see everything. So that is funny. That is funny. I hope
That
Mama
is
comes
good.
back because
I hope she does. This
it's
is
a
all
lot.
about her too. She needs to come back to us.
I know what is going on.
Yeah.
What
I don't
happened?
know. And I
You
don't
know
know
what
how to
happened?
help you on my end.
Her
Her Wi-Fi?
husband's probably watching something on that damn Fire Stick and took her internet.
Oh, that's it. Well, you can watch Raise Your Vibes on Fire Stick too if you have that.
Yeah, there you go. There
On
you
Sundays.
go. Yeah,
Well, so she's probably yelling at him and telling him to get off now,
probably. But she's
right?
probably and she's probably
Yeah.
trying to get back in here. And what do we got here? I know foxes are my thing, but you need a butterfly too.
Butterfly too.
Yes, that's
Oh,
right. And I
yes.
do. And
Yeah.
now, do you have like a spirit guide animal?
I do. Mine is the owl, which, when it first came to me, I thought, oh no, I'm just being like a silly, I'm being just, like a silly little girl, like, of course, because your name's Athena. So yeah, the owl, like, that's not really your spirit animal. And then I went on a Reiki retreat and it was a shamanic one. So the Reiki master that led it also did Nadine, yes, she also did shamanic stuff. So when we did that meditation, I had the owl and she told us how to look for it, and if you see other ones, and then what really comes to you. And that was plain as day. And so I just thought, okay, I guess I'm not just a little girl having fantasies. That's for real. So
That's right. And it
yeah,
can change. It can change because
and
mine
it can
used to
change.
be, when I was a child, mice. Everything was mice. I loved the mice. I
Oh
was like
yeah,
obsessed
yeah.
with the little figurines of mice, 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 mice. Then I went to bunnies. And when I
Oh,
first started doing my interior design business, I would always put a bunny in every design. Even if I was full painting, there'd be a bunny somewhere in there. Full
oh,
painting, so
yeah,
I can tell you to go to
yeah.
like, restaurants and say there's a bunny over there, and
Oh,
whatnot. But like, clouds in the ceiling in a little girl's room, there's angels,
right.
foxes,
Yes, the angels. You'd have
foxes,
bunnies. Yeah,
all
and
that.
foxes. I had ducks on my walls. My wallpaper, I picked out blue duck wallpaper with they had little like colored bows or something. And I
Oh
was
my God.
so in love with this and it
So
was
cute,
so
so
cute.
cute. I love doing little girls.
Oh,
My favorite thing to do was little girls.
oh, little
For
girls' rooms
design,
are so
I could
fun.
be so creative. I did a
Yes.
hot pink. It was hot pink on the bottom part of the room. Then I did a chalk paint border so that they could write on it.
Oh, I
And on
love it.
top was white. And then so
Yeah.
we had zebra pattern in the hot pink and everything. I
Mm,
painted all the fan blades zebra. It was like we had so much fun. I had wavy mirrors on the walls, creative
I
lighting.
love it.
It was intense. It was
Okay,
amazing.
I'm gonna keep you out of my daughter's room because she will just go to town.
Oh, I can tell you
She
that.
is hilarious. Actually,
Oh,
Nadine gave her, we see her question. Nadine gave her an eye pillow that has a unicorn, and she's so in love with it. She sleeps with it all the time. She keeps it in her room. I think it's like that's it, it's done. She'll never be able to sleep without an eye pillow now. And she just loves it. And
oh
she
my
gets
God.
she gets this cute little like she does this little
Oh,
thing like,
isn't that
"Mommy,
great?
look at me." It's so sweet. She's
I
so
love it. I
adorable.
love it.
Oh my
Especially if
gosh.
you have little boys, and then you finally get your little girl.
I
So
and then I got the princess. Yes. So I had to break my back. It's fine, so worth it.
small price to pay.
Small
Small
price
price.
to pay.
Right.
She really did change the course of my life. I mean, I have to say, like, she came in and her energy completely changed the course of my life. I mean, I was a total boy mom. I was volunteering all the time at their schools. The preschool wanted to hire me. They wanted me to become a preschool teacher. And because I was really good at it. I'm really good with engaging with kids. Like, I just am able to get to their
I can't
level.
see that at all.
No, I mean, I don't know, because I'm still a child at heart, I guess. And I just talk to them like people, not like,
Right.
lesser than. And I think they
That's right.
really appreciate that. And they feel comfortable to speak to me. And I kind of give them the freedom to, be themselves. But within, you have choices, right? And, but preschool teacher, I was like, yeah, I don't know. I don't know if that's what I want to do. And I was kind of in this like limbo of I didn't know what I wanted to move on and do yet. And, of course, now I know. So that's why I didn't become a preschool teacher.
Right. I know. I
Right.
always wanted
Yeah.
to teach kids art. Because it's like just a
Uh,
young mind. Like maybe
they're so
eight,
open to
yeah,
creating
9 years old
anything.
and
Yeah.
younger. Get them into the art field. Let them be creative. Let them.
Yeah. And have another avenue to express themselves. A lot of
Yeah,
the times it's
yeah.
hard for them
Besides
to
doing
express
this,
themselves with words,
yeah.
and yet, yeah, instead of being on the phones and the tablets, like they learn how to express themselves in other ways because sometimes they don't have the tools necessarily or the development yet to express how they're really feeling, which is why you find out about a lot of things like traumas and stuff way later in life. Whereas we could, art is a really wonderful a dance, any of these things are wonderful to help them. She's back.
Hi.
Mwah.
Oh, we can't hear you though.
Oh.
It's your
Which
phone.
maybe was a good thing.
We did. Did we put up the warning? We might have put up. We might need to put up a warning.
That
For
was
the subject
before
of
the show. That was before you went. That was the warning to me,
Oh,
I
those
think.
came to you. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's right. Yeah. So
Yeah.
So warning, danger, danger. There might be foul language on this stuff. So, can we hear you yet?
Oh,
No, not yet. Okay.
no.
Well, we can see her. That's one. That's step one. That's
We
step one.
can.
You might have to pop
Halfway there.
back in again. So who knows? Oh, I have such an itchy nose. This is driving me crazy. I'm sorry.
That's
Okay.
okay.
So
I'm
Nadine,
gonna start crying later anyway with laughing. I'll be wiping my face too, so it's
Nadine,
fine.
to all the foxy ladies, my question: what is your choice of protection, like a talisman, crystal, prayer that keeps you safe from good, bad of the paranormal world? That is a
Mm.
really, really, really good question. A really, really good question. When I'm out doing my paranormal thing, I actually have a obsidian fox that I wear. I have my hematite and um, malachite and onyx and you know, Jesus, I got amethyst over here. You know, there's so many different things that I will wear and bring.
Love it.
But I will go to my crystal pile and I'll always put my hand over the crystal pile and be like, okay, actually, I take three things with me. And it's like, all right, well, what is gonna, work for me at this point? So if my hand either starts vibrating or gets warmer, I'll take that one and I'll throw it in my pocket, or I'll put it in my bra, or I'll put it in my bag, or I'll put whatever. But I usually always have that onyx. I mean,
Obsidian.
obsidian fox,
Hmm.
which I can't
Hmm.
find right now. It's got to be with my paranormal stuff somewhere.
Oh
I,
yeah, then you
just
probably
look
took it
for it.
off and placed it with your stuff.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I know I
I
have it.
love I love using obsidian. Obsidian is probably one of my favorite protection stones when I'm dealing with outside energy because it's kind of like I always say it's like the boomerang, it's like, they send it to you, but then it goes right back to them.
Right,
And not in a harmful way, not in a way that would hurt anyone, but it's kind of like it bounces off of your own energy so that you're not absorbing.
right,
Tourmaline, I really love, but the only thing with tourmaline, and some people love tourmaline, I mean, and I do, I actually have a lot of tourmaline bracelets and all that stuff. But it does absorb a lot. So if you're in a highly toxic or highly negative energy environment, it only works for so long because it soaks it all in, kind of like a sponge. So when that sponge is full, it can't take anymore, right? So then it means it's hitting you. So I don't like that. I love to work with the violet flame. That is one that everybody could use, and you're really kind of envisioning if you're not trained per se to use it. I mean, you can always get Raise Your Vibes and read the book, and there's a chapter in there that'll help you connect to it. But really, it's about envisioning that purple light around you, and it kind of seals in your aura, protects you from any outside negative forces. Hi, love. Woo. Get the
yeah,
hearts going,
yeah.
right?
I like that too because like before an investigation, if we're taking a bunch of people to like a Penhurst, there could
Yeah,
be a lot of negative things there. Which that
right.
ear ringing thing comes in handy. So if someone's scared and
Yes,
I hear that low tone, I'll keep them away from that area. But
yes,
we'll
yeah,
also say, okay, if you do this, right, you just rub your hands together, and you make it some friction, and you can hold them apart, and you can feel this energy in between your hands. Like you can come as far out as you can. Like I can feel it out here. You know what I mean? Some
yeah,
people can't feel it until they're right here, but your hands can't even go together. You know what I mean? But you can get
right.
used to working with this energy ball, and you can infuse. So before an investigation, I will tell people, rub your hands, rub your hands, rub your hands, right? And then I want you to first of all remove all this negative energy out of you all the way down to the ground. So you get it
Right.
out. Then you're going to do the same thing again. Now you're going to bring in gold light, blue light, yellow light, whatever the light is that you feel is drawn to you for healing and protection. That is what you infuse yourself with until you're so full that it makes a bubble. And that obsidian helps with that bubble. You know,
Yes, yes, it does. Absolutely.
this is,
It's like that
yeah,
shield around
yes,
you,
this is that
this
field.
bubble of
Yep. And then
protection around you, and that heat, feeling that energy. When you work with Reiki, that's one thing you start to really recognize. I mean, we all have that, access to that amazing energy. It's just a matter
yeah,
of learning how to channel it, right?
right?
And opening your channel even further, like opening that so that you can, it's kind of like on demand. And then after you get really good at it, you don't even have to really think about it anymore. It just kind of like comes to you. And using that for spaces is really good, especially when people have, either deceased that haven't found their way quite out yet, or something just, maybe there was a trauma there or something that happened and it held that vibration, that negative vibration. Reiki's really good about,
Yeah,
releasing that.
yeah.
So
And
I love selenite too. Selenite is really good for cleansing, any negative energy off of you. I love to use like a wand. Like I have one like this. You use a wand and, around the crown, up and down the arms, in front of your torso, all the way to the ground, and then back up from your back. And then I like to swipe on each side of the foot, just because you're standing, and I want to make sure the entire body is like swipe that off. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And then black obsidian. I have a spear, which I don't have with me because it's behind me. But those are really great for cutting cords. So if you have like cords of attachment that, you've been around someone, or you've been really down on yourself, and you're pulling in cords from people that, you don't need there, you can cut those and let them go.
Yep.
Just got back from Tai Chi. Yay.
Yeah, speaking of throwing energy and stuff, those Tai Chi experts, I love that when they can take that ball of energy and make a plant.
Speaking of, I was looking up today, actually, and maybe it was because of her comment last week, but I was looking up today. I want to find a local Tai Chi class and start doing it, because it's kind of right up my alley, right? It's all about energy and breath and controlled movements. And so I thought, I want to try that. I just hope it'll open with COVID. I don't know.
We'll see. Yep, I would like to do that too, because I got to do something slow, because I can't. Shungite, yes.
Shungite, another amazing one for negative energy. You can put those in your water bottles. They're really great if you get the raw shungite. It's really great, or rough shungite they call it. It's amazing for cleansing your water. They've used that in Russia since way the Tsar times, and that's how they purified their water.
Oh, she's taking Qigong. Yes,
how do you cleanse your selenite? You actually do not have to cleanse your selenite. Selenite is a self-cleansing crystal. Citrine is also, it still needs to be cleansed regular, but not as regular as other stones. It has some self-cleaning properties, but selenite is like the one crystal that it is really great also for cleansing other stones. So if you place this, especially like clear quartz or any of the quartz varieties that really can take and absorb a lot of energy, you keep these next to it, and that will keep it clean and vibrating at its highest. So just be careful. If you put it in your pocket, you might be like me and you wash it on accident, and then when your jeans come back out of the dryer, you've got like a little tiny piece. I don't know how many times I have done that with selenite, where I just forget because I stuck it in that, that little Heidi pocket on jeans.
Yes. Oh my God.
That's like my go-to crystal, pocket.
Yes, that's what I do too, though. That's I'll put them in there too.
Yeah.
I'll be like, what is that crunching around in there? And how many times I have washed this one guy right here, this little piece of tiger eye has gone through the washing machine quite a few times in my jeans.
Yes, and tiger's eye will do fine. That you can wash it, no problem. Yeah, that one's fine. Selenite, not so much. It just kind of, if it gets wet shortly, like it's fine. But like I've had them by the beach, and the waves happened to come, and it got my selenite piece wet, and that's fine. But any long-term amounts of water, it's gonna be done. Yeah.
So
thank you.
So I'm backing up just to check these things. Okay, so there's Mama saying computer fixed and be right back.
Yay.
So I don't know if that means that was then and this is now.
Okay.
Nicole said, awesome, not surprised to hear mention Penhurst in Ohio.
Penhurst in Ohio State.
Those they're two great locations. Darien, one of my favorite guests, Darien Mellier, who, she's got an amazing book series, which is right there. All
yay
and stuff. Awesome. A good guest you could have on your show as well.
Oh, I would love that. Yes, please come. Let's talk about dragons. I love it.
The book series is amazing. The dark. Oh my God, what is it? Dark. Yeah.
Oh, you might have to get up and show your PJ pants.
I know. I have PJ pants on.
Do you really? Yeah. All right. Let's see. Oh, they just look like black. You can't tell.
Yeah. Oh, I shut off my thing too. Yeah, they were actually just workout pants. But these are a couple of them. Search for the Weird Witch. Right? But they are.
I love it.
Oh my God, the series is amazing. These books, what a great story. What a great mind. What a great voice. I mean, she's so much fun and so cool to have on your show. But I love the series. And she's actually doing now 2 audiobooks, so you can hear her voice.
Oh, I love that.
Like, you think, I don't want to give anything away, but with the time frame that you think the books is, it's like a movie. It reads like a movie vision like a movie, it should be a movie series.
It will be a movie.
It
Nice.
really should be. But you think it's like medieval times. But
Oh, nice. Nice. Oh, all right.
all right, so truly believe we're just really grown up big kids. Yeah, we are.
Yeah. Well, I mean, we're our consciousness kind of stays the same from when we're about what, like 6, 7, about 7, and then it's just about how you grow and what you learn in life, right? But that thought process, that voice inside your head is the same.
Yep.
Yes.
Oh, here we go. That's what I taught the kids to do.
And pick gold
All right,
light.
so this is when we're talking about confusing the lights. Okay, so we're just trying to catch up here.
I love that. What is that one thing she said she does?
I don't know what that is. Oh, Tai
I don't know
Chi,
either. Oh,
Qigong. She does Qigong.
Qigong.
Yeah, I've had Qigong masters on, and Master Sha. No, Master. Jeez, I can't remember. What? That's so bad. Selenite, we did that.
Yeah, there was a really nice Tai Chi class, like a studio that was around here close to my house, and then they had to close for COVID, and they have it online Zoom. But I feel like for a first class, since I haven't done it, it would probably be better if I were in person and someone could, they like a dance class, they can walk up and, I spent years as a ballerina, so they can like step up and correct you and oh, she's back.
Speak.
Sound.
Yay!
I was about to go wolf, but
I know. Yay! Oh,
yay! Welcome back. Welcome back.
Okay, I was here before, but then my computer, I had the blue screen of death, people. Almost had a heart attack. And then the other computer didn't have any sound no matter what I seriously? Okay. You know what they say? Put it out to the universe. I need $356 US to get my computer.
All right, so
do it. Let's make it happen.
Everyone says, put what you need in the universe. So she just did.
Yes,
the universe. Listen up.
It's coming. It's done.
Mama needs a computer so she doesn't bump out.
It's in the bag.
Yep.
Well, it is last day of Mercury retrograde, so
the Dark Legends series. That's what it is.
Sorry, I shouldn't have said anything. Huh? That was terrible. Right before the show.
But you know what? What is a show for us without a glitch? If this isn't a glitch, I don't know what is.
Yep.
There you go.
Okay.
Make a movie starring me. Holy hell, no one would go.
I would.
We'd all go. I would go.
Oh yes.
These guys would go.
We'll be there with our popcorn and
I'd be good.
We play it in the living room. we don't need a stage. We don't need no. Joni says, "Hi, Mama D." And
I'm back.
All the love for the Mama D.
Good Lord, we have 12 people. Torturing
Awesome. So we're taking you guys' questions. Jonice, I already answered that question. What got me into the paranormal? So that was at the beginning. President.
Thanks for President of Canada.
Well, that I can get behind.
I don't think so.
Because I always say that if everyone listens,
she'd have to swear less and say sorry more often.
No.
Why? Do politicians do that? They don't do that.
What? Swear?
Yeah.
No, they
apologize
don't for anything.
Ever.
Unless they are completely
admit no wrong ever.
I will not confirm or deny anything. All right, what we got here? This looks like a question. What would you ladies do to make the world better?
How do you deal with negative vibing people? I only like good vibes. Don't we all? Yes.
Well, to make the world a better place, that would be more like stop fighting, more listening.
Stop being afraid.
Yes.
Because fear makes people do stupid, say stupid, and do stupid things.
It's very low vibrational.
Yes, the vibration needs to expand, and it's happening. It's happening now.
Fear and anger are like bottom of the totem pole there. That's just
Yep.
Yeah.
And the government loves to keep that down there because they like to keep the people under thumb. So,
Of course.
we're like the rebels, right? So we'll break out from that and we'll try to, spread positivity and we'll try to spread the love, sprinkle that shit everywhere,
Yeah.
right? But raise the vibes. And stuff like this, communicating to a bunch of different venues all at once. And, we can reach all these different countries with the interweb. but
Interweb.
but we can connect and we can those energies from here Pennsylvania all the way out to Canada and out to California. And
Sharon's gonna moon them all.
yeah, yeah, yeah. So
Yes. So,
Sounds
yeah,
beautiful.
I mean, how do we make it better? Agreed. We listen and, try to have some compassion. Just change your perspective a little. Get out of your own head
Yeah.
and just try to think because most of the time that people are being negative and, emitting this negative frequency towards you is they're just projecting their own pain. It's really what it's about. So, it's yes, I mean you can't have the light without the dark. Okay,
right,
so there has to be a balance, and some of us even it's like, do I always vibe high? I mean, probably not. Talk to my
No,
kids.
not
They'll
lately. Not lately.
they'll talk to my kids. They'll be like, oh my god, my mom. They'll give you plenty of stories. Actually, let's not talk to my kids. So, but the point is recognizing when you're in that state, recognizing when your vibe has shifted, and then taking active steps to raise that back up. And then when you see someone else going through that, offer to give them a little nudge, or sometimes it's just like hand them a crystal. Like
right.
remember you had
Yeah,
we both had Catherine Hudson on
yeah.
as guests,
Yeah.
and she had a total stranger walk in and hand her a crystal,
And
like, here, you
utterly,
need this,
completely changed your life.
right?
Exactly.
That changed her life. So sometimes it's just that small act of kindness that can shift the course of someone's life,
Yeah.
and all we can do is
And
just keep making our part, right?
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. And also too, cut the negative out. I
Yes,
mean, if
yes.
you have tried for, say, years and years and years with maybe a friend, even a family member, these negative things, they just drag you down too. Sometimes you just you gotta walk away. Sad to say, but sometimes people just can't
Well, we
keep
have these like soul contracts, right? We have these soul
Yeah.
contracts, these connections with people from even from past life. If we want to go, into, I mean, I definitely am a believer in all that.
Yep.
And, sometimes these people that they show up, your soulmates, they are different versions of soulmates that pop back in your life. Once that lesson has been learned, and you're like, okay, I get it. And this is how I need to be stronger. And I need to cut these people out of my life. And then you can move on. You can, end that contract and, thank you for the lesson, not
Right.
in a negative way, because
Right.
then you're just
Right. Yes.
keeping that
Because you
negative
learn.
energy. You don't want to keep
Yeah.
that negative. You want that to go. So,
Yep.
the best way is, thank you for the lesson. I've learned so much about myself because of this and how I respond. And I'm done. I'm done with this
Yep.
class.
You gave it
So,
your best. Yep.
yeah, I
You
wish you
did it.
well. I send you so much love, so much healing. And sometimes that person will reemerge in your life later on and you can see how
And they
they've
may be
grown.
changed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
At that
So,
point, and then you can continue. But
yeah.
Mama, we have missed so much from you. I mean,
We
you
did.
remember the
You
first,
really avoided that first question.
yeah, you're the first question.
Okay. When
We
I
got to go
left,
back.
okay, when I left, oh gosh, is the question still up here? So I can just be sure.
You should be.
Yeah, what made me get into this field, and if I wasn't doing it, what would I be doing? There's so much. I do so many things, so it's not sure which one. We're gonna go with. I started painting. No, I'm kidding. Radio was something people used to tease me about. Oh, you've got such a perfect voice for radio, and I'd be like, "What? The face is just not gonna do TV,
Aw.
Yeah, I know I'm a good joker, and it's not self-deprecating because I know I'm pretty, and if y'all don't like it, nah. But that's so sweet. I have my moments, but I enjoy talking to people. I enjoy listening to people, so I figured, you know what? Why not? And I had friends who had a show on another station, and they said, "Why don't you try it?" And I sent a request in. I said I'd like to be on it, and I gave him an idea what I wanted to do. And it was called a fireside chat with Mama D, which for me I always found that is my shows were always a safe place for people. And they were like, well, you have to give us a sample of your show. I went, go to your last Sunday show and listen to me. That's me. And then there was a bit of an issue in their family, so they didn't get back to me right away. And I was like, hey, if it's going to happen, it's going to happen. I'm not going to stress about it.
Mhm.
And then all of a sudden I got a message. Okay, when are you starting? Oh, okay, I got you. Now I got to line up guests. And a lot of people were like, well, how do you get your guests? And it's like, this is going to lead into another question. I don't know if you guys got it before, but if I don't ask you, I'll never know where. I'm never giving you the chance to say yes to come on my show. So I had no fears of just shooting somebody an email going, hello, my name is Mama D. I have a show. It's called The Fireside Chat. So I always make sure I ask, even if I think they're out of my range, or above me. Nobody's above me, but what they think. And I just ask anyway. I just shoot you an email, and there's going to be a few people going to be getting emails, because that. What if I didn't do this? I think I would always have been doing this in some form or another. It's like I've had shows before, and Gina's been on my other shows, and I've always sort of meant to be doing this.
Yep.
Because I'm good at listening. I'm good at I do it for my children. I sit on both sides of the fence. I'll give you the positive and the not so positives, and you get to make your choice. I will let people. We've had people on this show that I have disagreed with, and and
I miss those ones.
oh, we can. We're going to be talking about that one.
There's going to be some coming up. I know.
We'll send you the YouTube link.
Yes. Oh,
But,
we should have some little playbacks. That would be fun too.
Oh my god, it'd be funny as heck. Yeah.
For another show.
I could make a video.
Yes, you could.
Yes.
The top 10.
Oh my gosh, she'll be working on it for a week. One going through all the video. Oh, it does take a long time, right?
It does.
You worked on that little, what is it, like a 2-minute clip, and it was like the entire day, right?
The day.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. You were sending me notes throughout the day, and I was like, you're still on, and I would get it later.
Yeah. Then I went back and I put the little, all the segues and the this and the
that.
Yeah. Like, then the wording and the timing and everything. Yeah. It's kind of crazy. But I want to go back to with the show stuff. Mm-hmm. I'm going to ask us all right. So, who was our favorite guest? Who was our craziest guest? Mm-hmm. And who would we like to have on?
Yeah, our wish list.
Our wish list. So, that being said, mine, the craziest, I would say, would be Amanda Lodge Teague, the woman that married the pirate. That was before she married a dead pirate, 300-year-old dead pirate. She had to go out in international waters and got married to a dead pirate. And then she divorced him 2 years later on a Valentine's Day. They got married. Valentine's Day, they got divorced. They got divorced on Valentine's Day. But it was a crazy show.
How do you marry a dead pirate?
Just you can go out in international waters and you can do it.
But I mean...
Yep, look
do you have a stand-in? Do you have
there was a picture. She had a picture of Jack Sparrow, so that was a big controversial thing. Now she does stuff with drag queens, but she had to divorce him because she was getting very sick from, I think, ghost sex. So, yeah.
Okay. Mama D's like, I'm out.
Oh, perfect.
That was amazing. The timing of that was incredible. Oh my gosh. She needs to go back and watch how perfect that timing was. That was amazing.
Oh, I love it. So she wasn't with me during that show. That was a show I was doing when I was just solo time. And then let's see.
But I have heard about this where people have intimate relationships, or rapes even from ghosts. I mean, I've heard of that more than consensual.
So she used to talk to them, and then got along so well, they decided to get married. So she looked into trying to get married, and no one would give them a license and whatnot. So, but she could do it on international waters. So that's what she did.
Okay.
And then, yeah. So I mean, just
Wow, what a
put
trip.
in, yeah, Amanda Sparrow Teague, Amanda Large Teague, and you will see the whole story. So just
Wow.
Google it; she'll come right up. But
Not too many people marry dead pirates, so I imagine there are not too
yeah.
many.
So that was my craziest, my the weirdest, then the other flat Earth guy was a little crazy show too. My favorite show, I can't say that I have a favorite show because there's a lot that I love, and I love the people that I meet, like having you on and meeting you, and people that enrich my life, and I try to, I will I'm pimping you out there. I want you to enrich my life. I want you to enrich everybody else's life.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
this is the benefits of having the show is that we meet such great people. The Darian who's in there. There we go. There's Mama. Yeah, Flat Earth was her craziest. What is
Flat
going
Earth
on?
craziest.
Yeah, but it's so
She's
that
taking Mercury retrograde too far. Her computer. All right, let's start manifesting that money for her computer. Come on,
right.
let's go. Or Canadian internet.
Yeah,
Canadian internet, right? Like, let's go. Let's bring it.
fiber
Let's bring
optics
it.
and a computer. So please,
Yes.
if there's a computer god out there, send it to her. Yeah. So, then shows that I would like to have on, people I'd like to have on. I would die a very happy woman if I could have Josh Gates on this show. Okay? I
Aww.
love him. I just think he's the sweetest, most down to earth, knowledgeable, been everywhere, done everything guy. You know, and to stay very humble. So I would love to have him on, and I'd love to have on Stevie Nicks.
Oh gosh.
You know,
I would love to watch that show. I love Stevie
well, you'd
Nicks.
be part of it.
I'm such oh well yeah, you're yeah, but I'd be in the green room watching too.
Because I
Like,
can go
oh
on
my
the
god.
whole 2 hours.
And it's funny because I grew up, in a kind of like in Hollywood and famous family and all that. So I never really got starstruck. But that's I think these old I shouldn't say old, but like these legends from the past, like those are the only ones that really strike me because it's like, wow, because they made such an incredible impact
I
on
know.
so many millions of people. And to just
Right.
be in the presence of their energy is like, oh my God, I
Yeah.
love you.
I
Not to
know.
try to be a weirdo, but like you really are divine. And I know you're a human and you're a person like everybody else. And, granted, we all have our moments, but to meet someone who's also had this, and you'll find that they really do have incredible, like charisma. It's like this energy that just comes off of them that is so powerful.
Yeah.
And it's different
Yeah.
from
Neil Diamond. Neil
your
Diamond.
average.
I mean, I love his voice. Neil Diamond, Whitney.
I grew up listening to Neil Diamond. Oh, we used to rock
Yeah.
out,
Right?
80s.
Yeah, I would
Yeah.
listen those down. Dean Martin. I love Dean Martin. I'm such an
Oh,
old soul, but I like Nat King Cole too.
Oh, I
It's
love
like
Nat
these
King Cole.
different musics for different moods. In
Yes,
my life.
yes.
But Neil, I just love him. My daughter did lighting. She went to college for music and sound production, worked for a lighting company, and Neil Diamond was doing a concert at the Fenway Park in Boston. So I went and wired that green monster, that big wall, risked my life so I could see him, for free. I, handed him a rose on stage. He grabbed my hand and, did the, I was like, he was so sweet. But wow, you do feel the energy.
You do. They really have this incredible impact. And for some, for better for worse, I mean, look, they have a lot of crazies that come after them too, like stalkers and, people trying to hurt them. And celebrities are always dealing with the crazies because they really do bring out, something from these people. And I shouldn't say the crazies, but I mean, in terms of people like unstable, individuals, like it and they might be totally normal otherwise, but there's something that just draws this out. And so it's like
live in that country over there, where they all are. and you were
I
being a
I
part of
do.
it and being an actress. And
Do.
I mean, hey, Rita Hayworth, Ginger Rogers, and what's the other one that
And
you're
Donna Reed.
Donna
Yeah,
Reed?
Donna
Yeah.
Reed. Yeah.
Oh,
So we had, it was just kind of like a thing. But I mean, we all grew up as like performers, it was just kind of what you did. And my grandmother was amazing because she would really push. Even though my parents were resisted, she was like, no, Athena has to do dance. She has to do dance. Like, this is what the family does, because that's really where it started. It was from dancing. My great grandfather and my great aunt, they were their great aunt, I guess. They were dancers and stars on vaudeville. This was where they came over from Spain and created fame for themselves. This is all pre-television, pre-movies.
right.
Oh,
Yeah.
yes, I love Donna Reed. So my grandmother, when she moved out here to California from South Dakota, she took one of these, she like paid a neighbor like $20 or whatever to drive, because there were no, they didn't really fly then. They drove across country, and she went and stayed with her cousin Donna Reed at the Actors Studio at her place, and they shared an apartment. So I got all these cool stories about how when they lived together, and then she was taking dance classes and met my grandfather. Well, the bell bottoms are back. Yes.
Yeah, from the 70s. Just wait a year. So I got bell bottoms. I still wear them. I wear them today.
Yeah, why not?
I
Love
them.
that. My husband got me a pair of bell bottoms, right? I was pregnant with our first son, and I looked at him like, really? You bought me jeans? I can't even button anything. Why would you buy me jeans? And they were so cute. Like the cutouts had like paisley and like orange.
I have that kind of stuff. Yeah, I have
so
leather,
cute.
tooled leather inside ones and stuff.
I kept them. I've never been able to wear them, but I still have them because I'm like, one day I'm gonna be able to put these back on. Gina is always.
Now you get to see my workout pants as I went over there to get them. I have cute little workout pants. I have my skull shirt on because I've been paranormal.
I love the skull shirt. Yes. Oh yeah, there we go. Yeah.
So they're styling.
You're styling. You're good. Yeah.
Yeah, all the different colors and everything. And they're comfy.
And well, it's great when you're, sitting for a 2-hour show, right?
Right.
You gotta be comfortable.
In jeans, because their jeans are hot and uncomfortable, and these are nice and cozy and comfy, and Mama doesn't wear pants when we do the show.
And she's not even here to defend herself. Be like, Mama D, do not stand up.
I'm kidding.
Yeah, but see, now everybody's gonna be like, but wait, is she kidding? Yeah. Really?
Well, get your butt back here so you
come back. See, it's like the crying, laughing is already starting.
I'm ready.
Oh, that was amazing. Oh my God.
Oh, I love Mama. She's got to get back on here. We get I don't even know what time it is. Oh, we get the whole hour, Mama.
I know, Mama D. This is all about the girls of the Fox Den, and I am not taking your plates. You need to come back.
No, she's still doing just
no.
Segment. Mama's.
Yeah, my responsibility is Crystal of the Week. Come on.
Right?
Yes.
So, hey, Mama. Now I'm going to ask you a question. You have to answer it in the chat room.
There we go.
How did you start working with angels? What was the first angel that you worked with? How did that happen? So you can work on that while we talk amongst ourselves.
There we go. Perfect. We're going to see a whole paragraph. We'll just put her paragraphs up on the screen. That'll work. Yeah. Until she can get back with us, right?
Okay. I got to send her a link in Messenger. All right. I will do that. All right. So in the meantime, you answer the question. Who would you like to have come on your show?
You know who I like? I would really, really love to have on is actually Dr. Brian Weiss. I am such a fan. My mother actually introduced me to his work back a few years ago, and several years ago now, I guess. Time gets away from me. And he does all this stuff on past life regression. And I've read his books. He wrote one called Many Lives, Many Masters. I mean, he's written several, but Many Lives, Many Masters. I read this book in a day and a half. I could not put it down. It was one of those books that I just was like, it was so incredible. And it was one of his early clients that he saw as a psychiatrist. And she had a lot of anxiety and he was trying to help her and the traditional stuff wasn't working. And so he thought, you know what, let's try hypnotherapy. And when he did this, she started experiencing past lives. And what was so cool is during her meditation or her hypnosis, she would come through like with channeled messages from, like let's say like the divine, but he would call them the masters. So it would be like the voice of the people who know, or the souls or spirits or entities or whatever you want to call it, that know, the plan, I guess you would say, right? The ones who know that we're just in this transitional realm and we're here to learn our lessons. And, once we move on from that, and that's, how souls come back, the same souls come back in different forms. Like in one life, they're your best friend. In the next life, they're your spouse. In the next life, they're, your dog, your child or your dog or whatever. Right. I mean, well, it could be. So, no judgment. So it was really amazing to like read this. So I started doing my own past life regressions. He has actually a video on YouTube. You have to find one that has less views, because the ones that have like, 1 million plus views, they get interrupted in the middle with commercials. And I'm sorry, that is such a buzzkill for your hypnosis, your meditation. It just pulls you right back out. So you have to find one. Then people do. They keep reposting so that you can see, the full thing. And I would love to have a real session with him. And he's just fascinating. And it started because he lost his son. And when he lost his son, it wasn't just like a grieving parent. It was more than this. It was like, let me go back and find out, what happened. And he would communicate. And then it was like, it opened up this whole other realm for him. So I would say he's, I have a spiritual energy crush on Dr. Brian Weiss.
That's really cool. I mean, I love that. I've had several different, past life things in different ways. Like Chris Lee does past life regression therapy for aches, pains, fears, and phobias to get rid of those, but not to tell you who you were and what, you know what I mean, that kind of stuff. It's like to release those people, bring them with your soul family, and get rid of, these things. I did a session with him. I used to have these white things that would float in front of my eyes all the time, and the doctors couldn't see them. You know those floaties?
Yeah, those floaties, sure.
You can see these, little things, but, how do you get white out? And I'm like, what the heck? So, that was one of the things I wanted to know with Chris. And I did a session with him. And hi, on the phone.
Yay! Please tell me I have sound.
Yes.
You have sound. Yay!
Do you have pants on?
No, I don't. Smart asses. Now, why do I not have pants on? Because I'm wearing a dress. Okay, there you go.
So we were
not
half right.
Not because I'm running around the house half naked. Jeez.
That would have been so much
I
fun.
was. Did you not see when you put that in there, when you said that, and I went, really?
Yes, I did.
We saw the really. Yeah, we saw the really.
It was so daggone small on the phone, I couldn't even tell. It's like, really? It's gonna stay? It's gonna stay. There we go. Okay, fine. Okay.
I gotta catch up on these things here. Yeah, but so anyway, so having that session with him, I found out I was a little girl, a teenage girl on a train with my friends. We were laughing, joking like this, having a grand old time. And then all of a sudden there was this big white flash. So the train like that.
Oh my God.
Just like that. All right? Exactly like that.
Okay, Mama D, seriously, your timing on this show has been so incredible.
It's not my fault. It's Mercury retrograde, goddammit.
No, I mean really, like your phone happens to go down right when she says, oh, this flashing light. You happen to check off and cut out right when we were like, wait, she what? And then it was like, boom, I'm out. I mean, just amazing. That was amazing.
Thank you.
We
You're like, I didn't even try.
And I cannot see any comments, so everybody, I'm really sorry.
Only here. This is gonna only happen here. Honest to God. So this is what the show is all about. Was us having fun, laughing, and stuff. So not a formal anything. What the? I thought you were on your phone.
I did too.
You're not on your phone?
Yes, I am. Yeah, no, I'm here. It's the second phone, so I can see the comments in the chat.
Oh. Oh, how do we do that? How do I see comments in the chats? I don't want to mess up my
I'm a second phone.
I'm just gonna like.
No.
I'm not starting to.
No
more strain on my Wi-Fi.
No.
Yes.
All right. I just want to kind of back up on these comments here, make sure it's not missing anything. Look at send me a message. All right. Whoa. No wonder your husband has good legs. We were talking about past lives. Always been afraid to try.
Oh my gosh, it's so not scary. I mean, it's really it's not no pants. It's really not scary. You really feel it's just kind of a sense of knowing that might get you the money you need. Oh my God.
There we go.
Mama D is going into a new field.
Oh,
your next chapter.
The perfect timing.
Yes.
So true. Hi, Ray. Oh, you're missing so much if you're just coming on now.
Oh.
So, how about them?
How about them Rams?
Rams.
LA team. We're finally gonna go to the Super Bowl.
I was rooting for the Rams, and I was like, "You're gonna blow it, and then
no, they did it. And my best friend from childhood, her cousin is their official dentist. The team dentist. Yeah, Dan. I was like, oh my God, look at Dan. That's amazing. So I was like, can I get tickets? I'm just the cousin's friend, though. I don't know if he's known me since I was a little girl, but still not,
Smile, show me your pretty white teeth.
He's important now. It's okay.
Excuse me, does he know who you are? You are Athena Bahri. You are part of the Fox Den now.
Yeah, but I went out with his brother once, so we just, we keep it platonic now.
Okay. Okay, something that was going on before. I know we're kind of like, I'm sort of catching up, but we were talking about things at one point as things that we can do to help ourselves. I think I missed that. I might have missed that on that one. But all this goes into, I saw a video on Instagram the other day, yesterday was it? And it was like this amazing woman who did some crystal Reiki healing, and I didn't catch it live, but I saw and it's like, oh my, amazing girl. Okay, that's all I gotta say. Just freaking amazing. I listened to it twice, and it was perfect timing. Somebody shared it with me. That girl over there, one with the squirrel on her shoulder.
That one. Yeah, I always point the wrong way. Yes,
point the other way.
Oh, other way. Yes. I'm so glad that you saw that and you got to catch up. I had so many things go on with my account, and I always love to do live Reiki sessions for people just to give back, just for just because. And I had missed the December.
Beautiful.
Really thank you. I had missed December, and then January I had COVID hit my house, so I couldn't do it. And so I finally did. It was like, no, I'm doing this. And it was interesting because I hadn't done one for so long that I was like, oh, wow, like we're back to this. And I felt so good after. I mean, you do get really tired because you work with so many different people. So I do get a little tired, but I love it. You connect, and it's just, you feel talk about emitting that love. It's really nice.
Yeah.
So
it was amazing. If anybody, I don't. You need to find her on Instagram. You need to find us all on Instagram, on YouTube, on Twitter, on every gosh darn social media platform. And I'm trying not to swear.
I'm not a good Insta person. I'm still, I get there. I get frustrated. You know me, Mama D. I get like, thing doesn't want to work.
Yeah,
I
and she
feel
got a
like I
new
get
phone, so
like
we
that
can't
with
have her doing that.
Facebook. Like Facebook, I get all confused
Oh,
and
see,
like trying to
Facebook, I got that.
respond. I'm trying to respond from Crystal Reiki Healer, but it makes me respond from Athena Cancino. And I'm like, wait a minute, that's not, I thought I was in the other one. I can't. And then when my page got hacked on Instagram, they went into my Facebook and they made me my husband's profile. So he was like, why are you on my profile? I'm like, I have no idea because they booted me off and I guess they stuck me over there. It was just
they did a big change thing too, and
a
everyone's
mess.
getting hacked and
They
weird things
keep
are
changing.
happening.
Yeah, all these
Now they
things
just
are
changed all
happening. And
Bitmoji people and everything else, or whatever you call them, the avatars. Everyone's bitching about their avatars right now because everyone looks different. It's
oh
like,
my goodness. Yeah, you can't tell who's who, and definitely. But Instagram, I totally know just because that was kind of the one I really
yes,
started with.
I don't
I
know how
went
to go
off
live on
Facebook.
Instagram. I don't.
Yeah. Well, I
I
tag
have
you
a
on
hard time.
there.
Yes, I can
I
see
do.
that.
I
I
do.
try to hit
Actually,
things.
Mama D, I don't know what your Instagram is. I wasn't able to find you on there. So
I will find
I was
you and I
able
will
to
send
tag
you a
you on
message.
I was able to tag you on Facebook, but not on Instagram. Yeah, you have to find me too. Okay,
I'll find you because I know you're there because
okay.
somebody sent me a link to your video.
I did. I sent a link and I said, check this
Somebody.
out. You
As
know,
long as somebody does not forget about me completely.
yeah, well,
And it was really
Yeah.
fun. Yeah, it was really fun.
you know,
Oh.
and it did, and you watched it twice, so it helped you.
Yes,
And
and
you know,
it came in at the perfect timing. I just needed that extra oomph, and
You know, the healer
yeah.
needs healing too, right?
Yes, we forget about ourselves. It's not so easy to be a Reiki master or Reiki whatever or any kind of a healer and heal yourself. It's just hello. You had to have your husband remind you that you could do it, but I was like, but you get kind of in that. There was, anyhow.
100%. And it's nice to just kind of be, feel taken care of. It's
Yeah.
we take care of, so many others, and we have to make sure we're refilling our cup so we have enough to, give to everybody else.
When I went as my niece just now discovered the word top it up. So if I want to top it up, I'm gonna go back to that video because it's now in my Instagram messages.
Oh,
Okay,
yeah. So you can
thank
always
you very much.
tune in and enjoy. Yeah. I mean, Reiki has no limits on time, space, or
exactly.
energy. So, it's there for you.
Yep.
it's
It's when people see it, it's when it happens.
go to Athena Bahri's Instagram and check it out because she's
Crystal Reiki Healer, and
puts up all
that would be me.
Yeah, our little snippets that she puts up for our crystals of the week. Those things are on there.
Yeah, the posts.
So you can learn. Yeah, so many posts and so many. All these things are gonna benefit you. You'll learn a lot. You'll learn a lot from her. Mary Jane says, I've always wanted to get into Reiki with crystals. One of the reasons I have a crystal tarot deck. That's awesome.
Oh. Well, the crystal tarot deck, if we're thinking of the same one, do I have it close by? That was my first tarot deck that I picked up. And I never really had gotten into that because that was kind of my girlfriend's thing. Start the show over.
Okay, no, wait a second. George, Athena is in California, so we need you to go to her house and make her have a giggle fit. George and I did a show.
What?
Giggle fits.
Giggle fits.
George and I used to have a show, and it was all about it was getting over the hump. It was on Wednesday nights. We had. I will send you links to it, and George is. Let's put it this way. George dressed up as me for Halloween.
They were, oh my God, it was hilarious. That
must have been amazing.
You should share that again on your page just so people can see.
Oh my gosh. And so George, you're in Brentwood. So I lived in Brentwood until 2017. We moved here to Calabasas. So my husband still works in Westwood. So how fun. We're like neighbors, or I was your neighbor.
And his wife is an amazing Reiki master as well. So I mean,
I love that. See, that's amazing.
George, if I'm right, level 2, or is it level 1? I think you're level 2 by now.
Well, we got to give him time.
Is this George? I don't know.
What's your favorite oracle or tarot deck?
Favorite oracle or tarot decks. I really love working with my angels, gods, and goddesses deck. That one is really amazing. I love the Golden Tarot, but I will say it took me a little longer to connect to that one. It was a little darker than I was used to. I'm all about the positive vibes, right? But it was nice to have that kind of change. And then I just got a new Oracle deck. Gosh, what is the name? It's like an animal spirit one. So I love to work with
I love my
animal spirits
That's
too.
what I'm trying to find. Yeah.
I used to have I used to work with Doreen Virtue a lot, and then she kind of she did a 180. Did you see that? How I love it.
Yeah.
She did a 180 where she decided that she condemned all of her previous work and said no, it was like, I don't know, the work of the devil, and she'd found Jesus and things like that, and went back on her angels, all these angel cards that we were all like, no, but we love those. So
I just got these one Halloween Oracle.
Ooh, I love it.
Really, really cool. This one I love because I love
Did we lose Mama D
mythology.
again?
But
I love that.
It's a very complicated deck. You know what I mean? I mean,
and then the Lenormand cards, those are fantastic too. Those are really, really good. Nadine, if I get up, you're gonna see my my tie-dye pants.
Hey, I did mine.
Oh,
there you go. Oh, they're so cute. This is the only show we can get away with it doing this.
I know. Okay, I'm gonna just grab all of them.
Every other week now. I'm trying to find my here they are. Of course, it's going to be the last thing that I pull out.
And then I am working on my own Oracle deck, which is super fun, and I'm excited about. Oh, is she? Yes. Yeah, Moonology. So I did. So Moonology came out. They gave a free Oracle moon card deck with Soul and Spirit magazine, and they reached out to me to do the descriptions for the different cards and pull things. So if there's like an 8-page spread, they invited me to. I was so surprised and grateful and shocked all at the same time. It was a really interesting, emotional roller coaster, but I got to write on it was all those Moonology cards, and I was looking up and I was like, these look so cool. Who wrote these? Because it didn't say, when they sent me like the sample stuff, the PDF or whatever. And then I saw her cards on Amazon. I was like, that's it. Yep. That's the Moonology. And she's wonderful.
She's
wonderful.
But they're so spot on.
So easy.
And there's so much information on each card.
Yes. And that's the big thing with Oracle cards. I mean, you might have to try a few different ones. I mean, I love this one. The Message Spirit Guides. This one's fabulous. Stephen Farmer is he's fantastic. He wrote a book too. I really like this one, Kyle Gray. I wasn't, a huge Kyle Gray fan. He would be fun to have on the show, actually. He's fantastic. And I really connected to this one fast. And look, it has that owl up at the top. So I was really into that. But for just a quick advice, this one really is my favorite. This one really, really resonates me. And I think because you have the angels, but then you also have divine feminine and divine masculine mixed in there. And I think it's so important to honor, all of that, because
you're not kidding.
Yeah, often it's very, but the feminine energy and the moon, but you need that, it's like the yin yang. You need the light and the dark, and you need feminine, you need masculine. It's important for our growth too. And then these are fantastic, the Lenormand cards. But with these, I will say these are one of the earliest tarot. This is pre-tarot. And they use actual suits, playing cards, but it's a little bit of a learning card.
Yeah, the complicated ones I try to stay away from just because I don't have the time. You know what I mean? But I was still drawn to the mythology deck. You know what I mean?
But that Moonology one, for example, super fast, super easy. They're great.
You can read these. You can feel these. I was just gonna try to pull one from Mama and see what.
Aww.
The energy is gaining momentum. And
here, let's do an angel card. No. We can't really read that. I can't read that. What did you pull?
The answer is here.
No, Mama D.
Be bold and make the first move. That's not the one. Where did it go? What did I do with it? Oh, it's right here. The energy is momentum. This is.
So you have to read the card. We can't really
and it says,
see it.
It's a waxing moon. So Mama's energy is gaining momentum. It's her freaking internet going wacky over there. That's the energy that's going gaining momentum.
This Mercury retrograde. My craziest show, I haven't had a crazy guest yet, but my craziest show was actually with Katherine Hudson. And this poor woman comes on, and it was right at the start of Mercury retrograde, and I kept losing sound. It was cutting out every 2 seconds, and I'm sitting there, and my executive producers on the other end going, "We can't hear you," and I'm like, "Oh my God!" Or then they could hear me, but then I couldn't hear them. It was just, yeah, that was my craziest show so far. Look at worse. Oh, I love the fairies. Yes. All right, let's pull a card for Mama D. Let's see what we got.
Okay. And just because she loves this deck so much, I'll pull a rebel deck for her. These are the crazy ones.
Oh, I got one fell out. I got Angel of Communication. Can you see that? Angels, you're not kidding. Literally, like, popped out of my deck. Communicate clearly. Don't be afraid to tell it like it is. Yeah, she will if she can just get back on here.
Yeah. So the rebel card I pulled for her, right? It says love on one side. It says get some, give some. It'll cheer your ass up.
Oh, that is perfect, Mama D card. Yes.
It's a perfect deck.
This is the rebel deck that has like it's just say F it or something like that, right? Like it's
yeah. Fuck them. They broke your heart. Fuck them.
Oh,
that's not my words. That's right there. That's the stack. Yes.
Oh so my gosh.
It is funny. It is funny.
One of my oldest friends, she's Karen. She's been going through cancer. I've been supporting her through this. She got me a book called the Fuck It Meditation book. And it's amazing because the first time I read it, I was like, what is this you got? And it's short. It's like 20 pages. And each one, it's telling you, screw this, screw that. But cussing everything out. Like, girl, you're just tripping in your head and like, F that, F this. And I'm reading this like, oh my God. And it says it right in bold, like on the front cover. And so my son saw this, was like, Mom, like, why do you have a book that has this on it? I'm like, it's actually really good. Because every few pages would be equal to like, when your mind starts to drift a bit, and it just pulls you right back into it by cussing you out. It was a lot of fun.
I love stuff like that. It's hilarious.
How many decks do you both have? You have 36 at the moment. You gave away 3 decks.
Gave 3 away.
Yeah. Gosh, how many do I must have probably upwards closer to 20, maybe 22, 3. I haven't counted them.
I think I have 16. 16 plus my tarot. I have tarot cards, tarot cards that I started with, and then I got into the oracle cards, and now I'm like obsessed with the oracle cards. Thank you very much, Mama D. And there's a lot that I want to get, but I also have runestone cards.
Oh, I love runes. Yeah. There was a rune deck. Are they the black cards? Are they by chance? The ones that you have? Oh, they are. They're different then. I had seen one. They were gorgeous, but they were like $150 per deck. I was like, I'm not gonna. I just use the real runes.
So it's got learning cards. So it's got a 2 decks actually. One deck has got all the information on it, and the other one is just the runes. So it's like
perfect.
A small little deck and then the bigger cards. It's cool. It's good for learning.
It is cool.
It's
kind of like flashcards for runestones.
Yes.
Yeah, that's kind of cool because I work with runes. That was the first oracle thing, I guess you would say, that I had ever bought, and I was way long time ago, 18, 19, way long time ago. I mean, not that long ago, right? And
longer for me than you.
I had no idea. I had no idea what they were, how to use them. I just knew I wanted them, and they look cool. I loved it. It was like on this like sandstone kind of material, and I love them. And And then I set them away in a little like astrology chest that I had for a decade, maybe. And then one day I decided that, what, I think I still have runes there. And I pulled them out and I was like, I do, they're still here, and started working with them. And, what I did is I started keeping a journal, because runes really tell a long-term story. Like they're really more of,
You can
right?
read them, like you can read tarot in so many different ways.
Yes, in so many ways. And runes, I just really connected with those. But in the beginning, I had no idea what the message was. I had the books, I was reading all of it. It just did not resonate. So I put it away. And when I came back to them, it was like, oh my gosh, how did I not understand this before? What happened? Like all of a sudden it clicked. Yeah. So I started keeping a journal, and that was kind of how I learned what they meant and what events would have happened, at the time that, then I could go back and correlate it with those. Yeah. And do I do my own? Do we do our own tarot readings?
I have in the past, like past, present, future, just to see if I'm on the right path. I might do a 3, 4, 6 card spread real quick. Usually, if I do a thing for myself, I'll do the tarot cards, not really the oracle cards. However, I did when I got every deck I get, I do mine real quick, I might just do a little diamond or something, just to see if I'm resonating, if it's connecting with me, because it should know me, if it's connecting with me. And so far they all have, so it doesn't really matter what the deck is. It's like, it's how you interpret it, what you feel, what you see, what you sense, all those things that come to you.
Yeah, and trusting the message that comes through. And sometimes it's not always what's written in the little booklet. Sometimes it's
definitely
it's there on the in the picture. You'll see things that just resonate and make more sense. So
my mama always says, what does mama always say? She's like, it's not always the message that you need, or what? How do you say that, Mama? You always put it a good way. You don't always
not what you say, it's how you say it, or not how you say it, what you say.
Not the message that you want, it's the message that you need.
Oh, 100%. So with tarot, do I do my own? I have, again, my girlfriend Michelle, who does the goddess circles with me. She's lovely. She's really great with oracle decks. She stopped doing tarot because she got freaked out. She just freaked herself out, started getting weird things. And so she does the Lenormand cards for me, and I do those for her. Yeah.
Okay.
Maybe the next tarot show. Logan,
her son. Logan. How old is Logan now? He, the kid is such an old soul, but he's a really good little tarot reader. He's just super connected. He's super connected.
Love that.
And I met him. He was, God, 4, 5, I think. You can tell right away,
Yes.
And you can feel that energy from him. So her kids are beautiful. She's beautiful, but her kids are just so beautiful. But he is super, uber gifted. Hey, he can come do it. Is he up? You can do a show. You can do a card for the show.
Oh, that would be so cute.
You need to do a room reading someday.
Rune reading someday, please. Oh, yes. Yeah, I love rune readings. Yeah, we can totally do those.
He'll be 10. Yeah. All right. So
yeah.
Then I met him. Maybe he was younger than that when I met him. He's so super cute.
Well, it's so wonderful that you're encouraging him and allowing him that space to be open and explore that. Some parents get freaked out, right? So it's really wonderful. Yep. Yeah, that's awesome.
You gotta do that. Yeah, and my day would be like, shh, don't say anything.
Right. Yeah. Well, people, especially with when we're younger, they feel like we don't have a voice and can stand up for ourselves, so they'll be very judgmental, and you don't want to lose that gift. So that's awesome. Yeah, keep encouraging. I love it.
Definitely, because those are going to be the great psychics of our future that we need.
They are our future, right?
Yep, the people that connect,
absolutely. He's going to be the one writing those books, giving us guidance later. When the current one has moved on, or what have you. So, or maybe they come back, as reincarnate. It's their purpose, doing it again.
I believe that energy, that energy definitely can't be squashed. And he is
absolutely.
So he's from something really huge and powerful, you know.
Well, he can read my cards anytime.
Yes.
I love, and children don't have the same, inhibitions and the same. He got 2 decks for Christmas. I
Beautiful.
love that.
And they
Yeah, they
both
don't
have their own
have
altars.
and
Yeah.
then altars. That's
Yeah.
so cool.
That's awesome.
Because children don't have those same inhibitions or those same like doubts like we do, like where we negative self-talk to ourselves so badly. Like children are just so open to that energy and trusting. I guess that's more what the word I'm looking for. Not so much doubting ourselves, but mistrusting the message. And children are just like, yep, nope, this is it, 100%. Nope, this is this is it, done. So and it takes a little bit as an adult, I feel like, to learn to trust your intuition and trust the messages that come through. But doing my own tarot reading, I kind of like having someone else do that. I don't mind doing the oracle for myself, but tarot, I
just got
I don't know.
extreme chills reading this.
Ooh.
Wow.
He has said how he picked me to be his mom. Aww.
I know he's an old soul. He's a very intelligent old soul. Man, that we're gonna have Mary Jane and Logan on the show one of these days. And
yes,
people, they are amazing. It's amazing.
I would love to watch that. That would be amazing.
Yeah.
Are they East Coast? Is that late for him, or they're East Coast? So maybe like the first part of the show when it's not too late, right? Before bedtime.
Before bedtime.
Yeah.
Well, he stays up for our show. Like if we're doing readings and whatnot. And then he'll send pictures, and I'll put the pictures up of the cards that he's pulled for people. If we do readings for other people on, a reading show, and he pulled some cards for me for my birthday and stuff like that. And he's super cool, and I love encouraging kids to do whatever it is that
they feel drawn to. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, when I take my daughter into the crystal store, she's got a full shopping list, like all the things she wants. We get fairy cards, we get little statues, new crystals. What was that? Dream Show, Mary Jane and Logan. Oh, that would be amazing.
He described the space, even had a symbol, and she looked it up, and it was part of the Phoenician alphabet. Really?
Amazing.
Wow. So
there's another story. I can't remember now the name, but it was a woman who had a past life in one of these, old times, and she could read, hieroglyphic. How do you say that? Hieroglyphic. There we go.
Yeah, you made me screw it up.
I know. Sorry. Whatever that is, those picture symbols, the Egyptian writing, but she could read it as a child, and so that is amazing. This is again just confirms that past life, reincarnation and regression. And
yes, all these people say, oh, this can't be, that can't be. You can't.
Yes, it can.
2-year-old,
yes, it can.
3-year-old, 4-year-old, when they're talking, is explaining lives and scenarios and flying planes and dropping bombs and doing these things, and these old, like World War II
events.
Yeah. World War II, bombers or something, are speaking a foreign language that is not part of the family or the family heritage or any neighbors.
Right.
Where are they going to pick this up? And now they're going to know a whole language. Give me a break. It's coming from somewhere. And,
100%. Yeah.
When we do our own past life regressions, you'll be amazed how far back you can go, and you'll be amazed how you find out how your ancestors are helping you today. And you
find out who the people are you've returned with, in what role they're in this time, which is so cool. It's like, and I've seen like ones I'm married to before and not, my spouse now, or he was a different role. And it's so amazing because you also start to really understand the dynamic of the friendship or the relationship in this lifetime, because you have that like history now. Doodling.
But
he said he'd pull a card for Athena after he brushes his teeth. Aww. Yay, thank you. What a love. Oh my gosh, we should get him and Wilhelmina together. They can pull cards together. It's so much fun. I'll have Wilhelmina pop on and read a card. She gets a little shy though in front of the camera. I don't know if she'll.
Oh,
Well, when there's other people, I mean, she's all about the camera if I'm recording, but if it's live and there's a person, she's suddenly like, "Oh my goodness!" Like,
well, she's only going to see us, right? So
I know.
there's only 2 people. It's only
I
us.
know. We'll try. We'll try.
Everybody-
We'll
not
give it
everybody
a
else is
whirl.
watching.
It's worth a shot.
No one's watching.
Everybody's watching. It's fine. Look here. Say hi to Gina B. It's good. Look, there's Mama D. Well, where is Mama D? Where are you?
Mama D is in Cyberland.
She's in Angel of Communication Land. They're working on it. They're working on it. Mama D, they're working on it. They are. They are. So yes, that would be so fun.
All right. What do we got over here? Okay. Logan rocks. Yes, he does. Had deja vu at the Hoover House. Just like I was there before, but I never was. I was having a deja vu moment right before this show, and I had a deja vu moment yesterday. That would be awesome. Yeah.
That would be awesome. Yes. What is a good book or website to learn about past lives or practitioner? So Brian White, Dr. Brian Weiss is my go-to. He's fantastic. That book, Many Lives, Many Masters. Actually, Nadine, I'm going to see you at the next Goddess Circle. I have a copy.
Oh, there you go. Corbin Mitlead, she's a good past life person, and she's a hot shit. She's a New Yorker, actress too. So they
don't mess around.
No.
Yeah.
But she does a lot of things, and she does past life to find out who you were.
Yeah.
So all that.
Yeah, I love that.
There's a lot of them, and then a lot of things too. That coincide too with this. Not only just looking into your past lives, but your dreams. Because a lot of these messages come through in your dreams. So if you can get into like a Lane Delphiny, she was a dream reader expert. And books and things. Learn about what symbols mean in dreams. What if I dream about a snake, this means something. If I dream about that means something. If I dream about whatever, these things have meanings. But you'll also be getting spirit messages in your dreams, lucid dreaming, all these different things. So a lot of things come through that could be related to your past lives. So if you're looking into all of those things, it's like a big energy fabric.
And what really helps with those dreams is keeping a dream journal for yourself and keeping it next to the bed, because so often, you wake up and it's fresh, and even 2 minutes later, it's like gone. Yep. So if you keep a journal, next to bed, even if you just write one word, it's like dolphin, water, mermaid. I'm going with all the water stuff. But whatever it is, it has purple, say you saw like certain colors, squirrel, and then even just that one word can be enough to like trigger your memory later when you are then looking up your dreams and try to see how the different signs and symbols came together. How old? She's 7 and she'll be 8 next month, which she keeps announcing every day. She's so excited.
Her books are Darian's books are dream journals.
Oh, I love it. I love that.
You have to meet her.
I'll have to get one.
You have to meet her.
Okay.
You have to have her on your show.
Let's go. Yeah. All right, let's do it.
Super cool.
I would love that.
Super cool. Squirrel.
And I'm all about dream dictionaries and dream journals. Oh my gosh, I love them. I love keeping journals in general, just for, just having a safe space to put down your emotions and your thoughts, and helps kind of give you some perspective and also reminders for later. Like, what was I going through? What was that message I heard? You can go back and check it out later.
The book that I want to write, I'm going to call it Circles. And it's about that. It's about getting things out of your head and putting them on paper so that you're not, because when there's too much going on in your head and everyone's so overwhelmed so easily, that as long as you get it out of your head and on paper, already it's lost all that power over you, that debilitating power, And even if you can't, it's like this, right? I'm going to give it all away now, but this is the point, right? So you are in the middle. Right? So
Yeah.
everything that comes off of this is all your issues. Right? So you make a little flower, right? So all these little things that come off of it are all your issues. So whatever it is, money, love, children, family, whatever it is, right? Alcohol, drugs, whatever the problem is. So those are those circles. Under there is all the solutions that can be done for it.
Yeah.
And now, just because you're writing all this down doesn't mean you're going to go out and do every single thing on this list tomorrow. It's like, okay,
Sure.
now that I have boom, 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 and I got, 50 things down that I can do on this one thing, but I can't do any of that now. But it's out of here, it's on there. Now it's a reality. Now it's something
I
to do
love that.
and pick one thing.
Yeah.
You can do one.
Yeah, start with one. Everything starts with one step, right? One step forward. So, pick one and, it's about making that choice and, taking a direction towards that choice. And it's much easier when you have it written down in front of you, just as like a
Yeah,
reminder.
yeah.
And it's like an affirmation board. My closet doors, I can't show you, I would move my whole closet, like my whole camera setup, but my closet doors, I have always, written affirmations. And I really started doing that while I was healing from my back surgery. I am strong. I am pain free. I am pain free. I am strong. I am loved. And these three, sentences, affirmations is what I would wake up and see every morning. And it was like, okay, today I'm going to be pain free. It didn't work out. Okay, so today I'm going to be strong. The next one, I can't be strong either. I'm like suffering. Okay, but I am loved. So it was like between these three, that's what really helped, also in addition to
Yeah.
sleeping with all my crystals, doing daily Reiki, 5 times a day Reiki, shower
Yeah.
affirmations. I mean, I did everything. And because I didn't want to take the pain medication, it made me crazy.
God.
It really
Yeah.
made me crazy. I got up and drove out of my house. I was a week post-op, a week home. So 2 weeks post-op, I guess. Had my big, giant, huge brace on. And I had gotten so nuts from the medication. I got into it with my husband. I threw flowers. I had flowers in the room. Complete, like total, not me, right? Like
Right. Yeah.
totally out of my mind. And I went and I got in my car and I drove. And I turned off my location services. My husband and my best friend were having a complete heart attack.
Oh,
They're like, oh my God, she's loaded up and she's gone somewhere and she went flying. We don't know where she is. And I went around the corner. So I didn't go far. I went around the corner and parked on a cul-de-sac at the top of the cul-de-sac. And I sat there and I cried and I realized I was being completely insane. And in that moment, I thought, I can't do this. Like I can't take these drugs. Like this isn't going to work. I need a plan B. And then was born all of my, major concentration on energy healing. And that's what ended up working. So anyway, long story for my.
When I broke my collarbone and I was taking the pain pills, that's when I OD'd on the pain pills because it hurt so bad. Like I had this house and the water would go cold, and I really wanted to take a shower. They can't put anything on that,
Right.
I understand her. It takes your breath away. Like it's crazy.
It's mind numbing. Yeah.
And I had all this medication in me. It gave me Demerol in the hospital, and I was taking all these Percocets and all this kind of stuff, right? And I go in and take a shower. The water gets cold. I said it's shaking, and that thing hurt so bad. I took more pills, and I was like, just don't touch me. Just don't touch me. I laid down on my couch, and I couldn't have clothes on me. I couldn't have anything. I was just like, just don't. I'm in utter pain.
Absolutely out of your mind. And you're not yourself. You're really not yourself.
I died, and I remember it like it was yesterday, exactly, going down the hall and coming back and everything else, things flying by me, all that shit. I remember it all. But when I came back and then I had to bring myself back by saying, I don't want to die. You know what I mean? And yelling it because
screaming at yourself. Like, reconnect, come back.
And I slammed into my body onto the couch, and again, that jarred this, woke me up, but I threw the pills away. I'm like, I'm not taking anything.
Yeah. Yeah. So very similar. I would have these weird waking dreams where I was like conscious, but in somewhere else, if that makes sense. It was like, I would have, like, I thought maybe they were dreams. I wasn't sure what was going on, but I would have conversations with people that weren't there with the people who were there taking care of me. And they would just look at me like, wait, what? What are you saying? And and it would snap me out of it. I was like, you know what? Never mind. Never mind me. No idea what is going on. And my kids got scared. And I just thought, okay, it's enough. I can't do this.
Yeah.
8 of Wands related to black opal. Oh, I love that. He said he feels good luck with the card. I will send you the pic. 10 of Cups for the second and 8 of Pentacle. Oh, wonderful. Thank you.
10 of Cups is
Angel Aura Quartz. Oh, he said 10 of Cups is that something good is going to happen. 10 of Cups is like, that's kind of like the ultimate yay amazing card in the tarot, right?
Exactly. And
8 of Pentacles is copper. Oh,
Well,
thank you
Pentacles
so much.
work,
What a
work,
sweetheart.
Work and money.
Is some money coming? Thank you, angels.
Yay.
Thank
I think
you, little one.
Okay. Hello. Remember my whirlwind trip I want to take?
Yes. Well, so I will just take you with me. Let's just go, right?
All right. We'll get Mama a computer, and then so we can get back into communication with her.
I know. We're all just gonna take care of each other. There you go. That's perfect.
We have to. That's what the is all about, you know.
That's what it's all about. Oh, that was so sweet. Thank you so. Please tell him thank you so much. What a love.
Yep, such a love bug. So when you send me the pictures, I'll send them to her, or I can even post them on the page later. All right, Mary Jane?
Aww.
Tell him we love him and give him big hugs.
Yes. Big kisses on the nice cheeks right there. I love the baby cheeks. Oh.
He's so handsome. He's going to be super handsome, too.
Oh.
He's going to be more popular psychic.
I can't wait to be a popular psychic. I can't wait to meet him. It'll be so much fun to see him on the show here. Maybe Wilhelmina will pop on and want to say hi if she sees him. It might happen. Yeah, we'll see.
He's smiling and turning red. Aww.
Aww. So sweet.
Does Logan have his own website, Nadine wants to know. Maybe you should start one.
Maybe something to think about.
Logan. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Or maybe even like his own little like YouTube like live journal kind of thing. I don't know. Yep. I mean, I don't know if you want your child on social media yet, but I mean, Wilhelmina has her private one and does her little dance things on there.
Thing, invite only or something too. But he can do some little Facebook lives too.
Yeah, that might be something he likes. Yeah, Facebook lives could be a fun thing, and if he's into it. If he's not into it, obviously, don't push it. Oh, okay. So yeah, no, I mean, I'm just trying to think of like safe ways that he could, kind of start creating this. And the good thing about doing it on YouTube is then you have that memory there in video form that later, years later, he can look back and either love how in tune he was or make fun of himself, depending on how he feels as a teenager.
I remember learning that, and I remember this. I thought this meant this, but it means that. But
it changes too. The messages change, and how it resonates for us now might not be
exactly
the same later.
What you're going to want in 5 years, and who knows?
Yeah. And you're allowed to change. That's okay. Change is always a positive. Growth is always a positive. So
never stop learning. That's the big thing. That's the most important thing. This might be something we can look into. We would probably do that. I would watch.
I would watch.
Yeah.
You got a fan. First subscriber. First and second subscriber.
Right. Now, don't you think she could have been my sister? Like maybe in a past life, I think you could have been my sister.
I think it's very possible. I mean, we did one show and we just right away were like so connected, so easy to talk to. We stayed on longer after, and then once it like cut off, and I was like, oh no, it cut off. Where did she go? And I was like, oh no. And then we got to talk again, and it was just, and then you're like, hey, do you want to come do this Crystal of the Week? And I just thought, I was like, I love you. Yes, let's do it. So it's just, might have been sisters. Yeah. We should just do a past life. Well, the issue I have with past life regression is I can't direct it. I can't figure out. Maybe somebody out there knows. I don't know how to direct it to what lifetime. So every time I do it, I go to another one. I can't seem to return to the same one.
Yeah, maybe you should talk to Corby.
Maybe,
I'll send
yeah.
her information.
Okay, yeah. Because I would love to figure out how to go back to certain. There's only one lifetime that I went back to twice.
Yeah.
And Mama D, and Mama D. Yes.
Yep.
Yes. Yes. And two. No, so that's 3 subscribers now.
Yep,
Yes.
3, 4.
Yes.
Look at. It's
there we go. See?
Yep, he's dancing.
Oh, happy dance.
Yep.
Happy reading dance. I love it.
Yep.
Oh,
Hey,
so you never know where this inspiration will come from. And who knows, that might, I mean, I don't know any other kids, 10-year-olds, especially like none that have their own psychic reading show.
No.
Have you heard of that? Or tarot show? Or, hey, here's my card for the day. Or I don't know who this message is for, but boom, this is for you. And this is what it feels. That would be so cute. I would love it.
Definitely. And then who knows where it will end up, what you can expand to, what else you can get drawn to, whether it be crystals or maybe you could do readings without cards eventually. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just using your ability.
My girlfriend started too with just playing cards. Like she just used regular playing cards. That was how they did it, pre-tarot.
Go back divination a million years ago, right?
Absolutely. Well, they were throwing rocks as runes. Runes are one of those from way old time. They would throw bones, or how they would move. Yeah.
Scope down what stays in, what stays out, the grid. Yeah. You do a crystal grid.
Tea leaves. I make crystal grids. Tea leaves are really cool, like reading tea leaves.
Scrying in water.
There's so many different scrying in water. Yeah. There's so many.
Smoke. I mean, there's so many things, so many tools, so many divination things. Pendulums, yes, pendulums. I got a beautiful jade pendulum.
Oh, I love it.
Incredible.
Yes, this is. I have a couple, admittedly, but this is one that I don't know if you can see that, and it's a double terminated quartz. This was a gift actually from someone that I had done a Reiki session for, just because they really needed some healing, and I was available, and I had kind of just been starting. I wasn't really doing too much in person yet, and she brought that, and I absolutely adore it, and I use it all the time now. So
maybe you get into paranormal investigating and use I have all the gadgets and the tools. And
oh my gosh, let's see some of these gadgets. Tell us how these work. I would love to see how these work.
Yeah, Tri-Field is a milligauss meter, but this, like a lot of things, will set off like Mel meters and things, man-made natural things. This is a natural source only, so man-made things won't set that off.
Won't set it off. Nice.
Static dome. This goes off because they say that spirits are static. That's how they manifest. So this would measure static. So all these lights will go off.
Yeah.
If static is manifested around it. You got trigger prop fox.
I love it. Oh my gosh, where's my fox?
So you turn
Wilhelmina gave me a
fox. You have a fox.
Yeah, she said she was going to put it in here. Oh,
so
that's amazing.
They have 2 different modes. So if a spirit comes around it and starts petting it, it's going to light up and go off. So we have trigger preps, cats and dogs, but this is the only fox in the world, and the only fox that will ever be.
And the only one that'll ever be. This is yours. I love it.
Yeah.
Yes, you are. Yes.
Then there's like the geophone, and this is a thing that measures vibrations, and you can set the sensitivity.
So if this measures vibrations, that would be so interesting to put it. No, but I was thinking just to have it set and then channel Reiki and bring Reiki energy, like your hands, over to it, and just see how that shifts. That would be so cool to see.
Yeah, what's good for that? All right here. This is a box I made. I made it look like an old-fashioned clock box. But this is a plasma disc on here, right? So when you turn on a plasma disc, right, it's like, get in here. So this will go by sound. See, it's going with my voice. So that's a vibration thing too. So it's energy vibration. So you could do it a Reiki thing with this, like that,
That would be so cool, right?
right?
Oh,
So that being off and closed, this is actually a spirit box. So
amazing.
yeah, so you turn it on.
Oh,
This last night, and you talk to the spirit. Pick a speed. So last night, I was talking to my friend Laura. She was asking about this. She said, "How do I get one of those boxes that talk?" And I said, "You mean the spirit box?" And she's like, "Yeah, how do they work?" So I put it on and I posted this last night and it said, "I made it to heaven" when I turned it on. And I was like, "Oh, well, I'm glad to hear that," and I shut it off. And she's like now crying. And I'm like, "What's the matter?" And she said, her dad had just recently passed away. She said, "So do you think that could be my dad making it to heaven?" So I turned it back on and I said, "Is that Laura's dad?" And it says, "Yes." So it's like, well, there you go.
amazing.
Yeah.
Well,
So
there you go. There's your confirmation.
yeah. So that's on my page.
Amazing.
Just
I
posted.
was gonna say, yeah, how do they get that? Okay, so they get that on
Yeah.
your page. I love that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Awesome. Do you hand make all of these? Do you
Yeah.
have to actually make them
Yeah.
all, or
These
do they
these
get?
things I make. I do all these custom designs, right? So
Because I
this
know
one.
you're the toolbox diva, so
So that's why I made this look like an old fashioned clock thing. You know what I mean? Because I just I thought it was a neat thing to try. So that's how I came up with that. But I mean, I do steampunk boxes and I do like pretty owl boxes. I've done fox boxes. I've done Ouija board boxes. We put Ouija board with that plasma disc on the top. And the thing that I
awesome.
have, it's like, you can make the plasma point to a ladder, you know. So it's like a lot of things. Plus two with the plasma, because there's vibration, you can ask the spirit tap once for yes, twice for no. So you can use different
Right.
communication methods like that. Same thing with this, with the vibration. You can say, hey, can you tap the table once for yes or twice for no? That type of a thing. But this is more for like footsteps in the hallway. Or you can put it on a bed.
Mhm.
Like they say, well, the spirit's sitting on my bed. So you can put this on a bed. And if something is going to sit on the bed, then this will go off. And it's pretty bright lights too. So there's different lights you can get, different colors. You do REM colors. Or this is the blue one.
Love
I
it.
like that. So it could be different
So
colors.
then what do you do if you have, let's say you have that spirit in there? Ooh, that's so amazing.
I know.
And you don't want it there. How do you deal with that at all? Or are you just
Sure.
more about the discover?
Well, it's all discovery first because you got to know what you're dealing with to get rid of them because you do it. And so
Sure. Yeah.
you know how to cleanse. Now you cleanse probably different than I do, but it depends on what I'm actually dealing with. A lot of times you can talk them out, you know,
Love it.
because we're
Yeah.
communicating and we're
We're
communicating with all
communicating.
these
And a
things.
lot
We're
of the time you
talking.
can talk them out yourselves, like have
Yeah,
that conversation.
yeah,
I had this really creepy, well, it creeped me out. And she was kind of creepy that came in. I was 18, showed up in my bedroom and had these black hole eyes, scared me half to death. I had those creepy tingles up my spine
yep, yep,
and oh, people have them. Best
yep. Oh
equipment
yeah,
ever made.
yeah,
Yes. And it woke me up out of bed with these chills and literally like it sat me up out of bed and I looked over, but she was across the room and had these like dark holes. And for a month, I slept with the light on. I was
hmm,
totally terrified. I think I was so scared I passed back out. And then the next day, I would have that conversation. This is my space. This is
right,
my room. I don't care if you were here before. This is my space now, and you got to get out. And then I would close
exactly,
the door
exactly,
and like you're not allowed in.
exactly.
But for a month, I
Yeah.
slept with the lights on.
Well, a lot of people do. A lot of people do. A lot of people are afraid because they don't understand. You know,
Yeah,
so my job is basically to be like a counselor. You're going in, and you're talking to the person. So I'm talking to you. What
yeah,
is going on? What exactly is this spirit or entity or whatever being doing to you that's making you upset?
right,
So you get all the information that you can from the person.
right.
Then you take that, and now you have this on paper, right? Now you go back and talk to the spirit and say, well, the homeowner is saying that you're doing this and this and this and this, and can you tell me why? You know,
Mhm,
and
mhm.
a lot of times you will get an answer. Well, they changed my wallpaper and they changed my color and they've knocked down my wall and that was my favorite sunroom and where's my flowers or whatever it is. All right. whatever it is. It could be something really stupid and say,
Like
hey,
straight out of Beetlejuice, don't touch my addict. Yeah.
exactly,
Right?
exactly. And that's exactly it.
Yeah.
Or they're more adamant, like, it's just my house and I don't like these people.
Yeah. Yeah. Well,
So if it's
that
something,
was an old house. It was my grandmother's, and it was an old Victorian that had been moved actually to where it was from Glendale somewhere over to Atwater, and a gorgeous house. And it was a woman and a daughter, her daughter, who had lived in there, and they used to take in all the stray animals and stray pets from the neighborhood. And then the mom got too old to take care of them, so a lot of them passed in that house. And then I don't think she actually passed out of the house. She was taken out once she was like really sick, but the daughter stayed in the little house that was in the back. And so every tenant that ever lived there saw something, would see somebody walk by a hallway. They would do always weird things with water, like the wastebasket in the bathroom be full to the brim, but no water anywhere else. Like really weird things.
wow.
And my grandma would call the plumber, and the plumber would be like, "I think somebody's getting your goat because this is
right?
not." This is
I
not
know. See, when it's
possible.
unexplainable, and
Right?
like
Somebody's messing with you. And the tenants are like, I swear we like, and it was so many of them, you kind of start to,
put
think,
two and
okay,
two together and say, all
it
right,
has to be.
yeah.
So I just figure it must have been like a time in my life that, because I had been reading that when they show up like that, that a lot of the times it can be they're coming in as a warning, like to warn you, like something about your life or your lifestyle or your, whatever it is you're doing, pay attention because something is not for your highest good. And it wasn't too much later after I saw her that I had that rollover car accident. So it might be, she tried to scare it out of me.
You hit the barrel of water. You hit those barrels, right?
I did not. We split right before the barrels. So it was right. So I was, like I was driving here, but there were like 10 or however many they stick there, how it's kind of in a triangle.
Yeah.
And they stick those barrels of water, and we were coming up, and this car came, hit me, and then scooted back right at that split, like right as we were. But I didn't hit the water. I hit the mountain. I hit the light post. I hit the other side of the mountain. I hit everything else. Yeah. And clear, my head, my back. I was
something about the barrels of water, though. You know what I mean?
I did, and it's interesting that I saw those, and it stuck with me. Yeah, definitely. And then I was like pulled out. It was like I was up and out. I saw the headlights, and then it was like I was just out. Like somebody just reached in and was like, "No, we're gonna just." Spare you
be okay here while your body is going through this.
Yeah.
Because then your body is a little more limber so that you're not really going to break and shatter. Which one, when you're stiff.
Which worked, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, spirit guides and all that, these things are ultimately, they're so real.
Yeah, and only that one piece of glass in my entire car, my passenger window, didn't break. Every other piece of glass shattered, and that would have been my face, right? So because of that, my livelihood, my career, everything, like my future husband,
Yeah, I was in a car where all the glass shattered. I mean, I'm stuck on a pole, and a tractor trailer truck is coming right at me and just plowing to the side of my car. And I'm looking at it going, I'm dead. I'm just dead. And in those days, we didn't wear seatbelts. So I didn't have a seatbelt on. And it's like, it hit the car. It was like slow motion. And I remember going this way, going that way, like leaving my seat, going way over, because it was, big Skylark, So I'm like, going way over here.
Yeah, you had the Buick Skylark. You just said that too, like my cousin Vinny. Buick Skylark.
It was a Buick Skylark. It was a big brown.
There's no way those marks are made by a Buick Skylark. The tires stay flat and even. One of my favorite movies. Marissa Tomei is incredible in that movie. Incredible. I don't know. I would love to see her. I don't know how she did not win an Oscar for that. She was incredible for that movie.
I know, like one of her favorite.
Oh my goodness.
Favorite roles for her ever.
I could watch her moment on the stand over and over and over and not get tired of it.
The little dough idea.
The little dough idea. Bam! A bullet. Now let me ask you. You kind of just wearing. He was. Oh my God! Oh, I'm sorry. I am just. Oh, this is so much fun. I'm losing it. If you have not seen My Cousin Vinny, folks, you got to watch this movie. It's so much fun. She is fantastic. Anyway, sorry. She's perfect. I don't know. Oh my God.
Skylark.
You look Skylark. There we go. The Skylark.
But I thought it was dead. And seriously, all the glass shattered and nothing. I got a couple cuts on my arm, mostly bumps and bruises. The car it was dented like everywhere, but that damn thing still ran.
Oh, yeah. Well, they're made of like solid. They're like solid,
they were definitely
solid metal, right?
If it was a car today.
Oh no. Yeah, that won't work.
Yeah,
and that's and our son, he's gosh, he's gonna start driving this summer. We're totally nervous about that, and so we were thinking like the old classics because they're so heavy and made of steel,
Yeah. Well, what is it? The Subarus are made really well for.
I looked at the Subaru. He wanted a Dodge Challenger. He was not impressed with my Subaru option.
I know.
I was like, but you can take it. You can take it hiking. Camping. You can take it camping. It'll be a great camping car. And
4-wheel.
Yeah, all-wheel drive. I think actually all-wheel drive is really important. You just have a lot more.
We have to have that around.
Control. You have to where you are, but in California, most people don't even think about it because it's not really a necessity. But once I changed and drove an all-wheel, there's no going back. I just have so much more. I feel a lot safer. I have more control.
Have you driven on snow like ever?
Yeah, I have actually.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. In fact, when we do go where there's snow, so my family lives in Idaho, so they get snow. So when I was there, it was all covered in snow. We've also done like the drive to Mammoth, the drive to Big Bear, and there's lots of snow there. In Idaho, one of the trips, we officially banned my husband from driving in snow because he thought it would be fun when we were going down the streets. Like, look, if we go a little faster, we're going to slide. So he did that and then didn't realize you can't stop again. So we went like straight and popped a curb. I shouldn't even say this on live TV because it was a rental, but the axle cracked in half. It was like broke the axle. The kids were so freaked out. So after that, it was like, okay, you're fired. You're never allowed to drive in snow again. Like, that's it. You're no more ice and snow for you. Like, you can stick to dry roads. You're amazing. He's like a race car driver, but on snow, you're fired.
No, you can't. So, you can't trust snow. You just can't.
No, you can't.
My whole life, and the curses that moms put on their kids. Like, I don't know. It's like, I didn't have the fear when I was like growing up, and they're like, well, one day when you turn to be a mother, then you're going to have these blah, 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 blah. Yeah. Well, when I turned into a mom, then I got afraid of driving in the snow. And now I'm just like, oh, the snowflakes are flying. You can't go out in your car. And we would be like that with my mom. I'm like, Ma, it's okay. I can go to work. Right. I had this little Ford Maverick thing. Right? It was almost hit. All right. Do you see that yellow above your head? It was that color.
That's so fun.
A roller blue because it was just hideous, right? I did.
Wow.
It was like
real creative,
car, right? So my first car, 3-speed on the column, right?
I love it.
I'm like, I'm going to work. I don't, I worked at a fruit stand, and I loved working at the fruit stand because I was never in the best shape of all my life because we were just like hucking around all day, and plus we'd eat stuff all day. It was great.
Yeah.
So I drive all the way to work in a blizzard, get there, call my mom. I'm safe, I'm sound, it's all right. As I'm talking to her, you hear crunch. And I'm like, what was that? Right outside the door. Yeah, that was my car. A plowing the parking lot. Got all the stuff and stalled the car. Stalled the car. I'm like, Mom?
I'm okay, but my car.
I need a ride.
I need a ride.
At the time, she's got this big ass Impala that is horrible in the snow. It's just like
they are all over the place, right? Yeah.
Them drive all the way out and pick me up after my, after when work is
Your
done.
shift.
I'm like,
Yeah.
I'm going to work. Oh God. These things are just they're so funny, and the things that stick into your brain. These guys are still talking about Marissa. Let's see.
Oh, let's go back. Yes.
Actually, Marissa Tomei
did win her. She did, yes, but not for My Cousin Vinny. She got. I think that was for the one with the heart, right? My heartthrob, teenage heartthrob, Christian Slater. I can't believe I'm blanking on the name of this. I must have watched it 1,000 times. The one where he has a bad heart. And is anybody in the comments? You can see this.
I know, Debbie. What
was that? My Untamed Heart. Untamed Heart. I think that's what it was. I think was that the one she got the Oscar for. I seem to kind of remember in my childhood mind. I don't know for sure. We can Google it too.
Yeah. It does say for My Cousin Vinny. Really? Google it. Google if she won one for My Cousin Vinny. Because if she didn't, she definitely should have. Oh my God, I adore her so much in that.
Oh, I love her. Oh no, she did. I thought did she actually win it, or she got nominated? Is an award presented, and I guess she did, and I was and my husband's like, she didn't get an Oscar for that, so now I get to go tell him, yes, she did actually, because she so deserved that. Oh my God, she was amazing. Yep. And then she got movie award for Best Kiss for Untamed Heart. Okay, yeah, that was Best Kiss. Movie award for Best Breakthrough Performance was Cousin Vinny. And she's had a whole bunch of them. Oscar dispute. Ooh, there's a conspiracy theory around her Oscars.
Oh boy.
No, I love it. Yeah.
Those people have to have, gotta stomp that foot down on something. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Hey, so I was going through some equipment here.
Oh yeah, you know what? So she's so right. She pulled off the Oscar upset. She was up against big rigs, and she so deserved it for that. That was just like an incredible role. Like, oh my God.
You could do that role. I can help you with your accent.
There you go. You just need to talk next to me, and then when I hear your accent, I'll pick it up. Yeah, that's all I do. And which is good and bad. When I'm bad. Yeah, see? I love it. Oh my goodness. I love it. This was so much fun. Well, I am so sorry that Mama D did not make it back into this show. Yeah, we're going on. Yeah, we're just gonna go. We're gonna be like live the entire night. Look at us.
We could so easily. Like I said, some shows at the beginning of the show, I said sometimes 2 hours is like this. And other times, 2 hours is like dragging fingernails.
It's dragging. Yeah. Yeah. So clearly we don't have those. I don't know if anybody else is still with us and watching, but we're having a great time.
We have 7 people are watching, actually.
Oh, that's amazing.
That I know up on
They're
Facebook,
in for the long haul. So, awesome.
Yeah. I know. I didn't even get to go through all this equipment stuff, but you know what? You guys know what we sell.
Yeah, we got distracted, didn't we? Yes.
And I mean, it's all out here. I was hoping that thing would go off behind me, but it didn't. But we were talking about cleansing places, though, that we can get rid of things out of the houses if they're, if they can't get rid of them themselves. But just know, you're the one with the power. You're the one that can get rid of it. It's your strong will and intention that is stronger than anything from the spirit world. So always remember that. Like she will use power from crystals. And crystals will help her. And you do stage and stuff like that too if you That cleansing.
Reiki, I use Reiki energy. I also do it through distance. So because a lot of, my clients live far away, so I will do it with, I have one that, she's in Australia and I'm all the way here in Los Angeles. So it's, distance makes no difference on, energy and energy healing. Wash hands at the ghosts. And, yeah, so hi Sharon, you're still here.
Yep.
So, I work on homes that are far, and really I talk to the person and what's going on, what they're feeling. And, sometimes they're very specific. Like I know I have, my mom here or my dad here, and I want them to stay, but these others need to go. And oh, I love that. So with those, like, I'll work on that energy. And really it's announcing too, like, okay, you're allowed to stay. Clearly you're welcome. Everybody else, you got to go. And I really do bless, I bless the entire home, but I also work around the perimeter of the home because I feel like, so you'll have them there. It's important to also get the perimeter of the home because, we don't want them to hang around outside and then just, come back in. Oh, she's lovely. Yes, yes.
Yeah. So when I cleanse a house, I usually start, top floor, work my way down, work my way to the doors. Every door gets like a closing on the door, sealing of the door. 9 is the number of completion. So I'll take, if I'm doing sage or an orange peels, if you burn an orange peel, it takes out a lot more energy than sage ever will. Right? So it's really negative, anything citrusy, but the orange peel works like unbelievable.
Unbelievable.
Right? But you can take that and you go like over the door, 1, 2, 3. That's like the first one, and tap both sides of the door, right? And do that again and again so that it's 9. And then you tap it again and you're sealing in your mind. You are sending the energy out. But it's not coming back in. If you got holy water, bless the top of the door.
I love using holy water. Holy water with a sprig of rosemary is wonderful. Keeping selenite and tourmaline, I love having selenite by the windows. That just also keeps anything. You can also get those little like cheap mirrors, from like dollar store or whatever, and put those on the outside of your house facing out so that, it's kind of like that reflection. Go away. So, so I love that.
Then you go to the outside.
And corners for people doing this themselves. Like you make sure, pay attention to corners, shadows, under furniture. When I'm doing an in-person cleanse, we open everything. And we go through every, room in the house, blessing, cleansing. You do.
When you're in the room, a window open.
Window open, they need a place to go, right? And then I love to just, you leave that open, let that cleanse, let that, give them a minute, right? Sometimes they need a minute, to go out, and then, close that up. And I love that selenite again in the windows that keeps, just keeps them, on their side of the sill.
Exactly.
And then any other negative energy, people visiting, you can also take like a jar of water and put a piece of tourmaline in it and just set that outside your front door. And then when guests come, and not even that people you don't like, sometimes it's family, sometimes it's people we love and we're close to, but they carry things.
They carry that stuff and they don't even know it.
They don't even know it. And rather than trying to deal with it after they leave, just kind of absorb that on their way in. And then when you're done, you empty the water and cleanse your tourmaline. So
even
little tricks like you can do.
To take negative energy out.
Absolutely.
It's amazing. And then like even putting things like that, like a hematite bracelet.
Hematite. I love using hematite with I find hematite's really wonderful with people too. It's got that great grounding energy and stuff too. So it's and you're so close with family and with friends and loved ones, and hematite's really, still keeps the love, but also protects you. So
exactly.
I love that.
Yeah.
Oh, I love this. Well,
this has been fun. I'm just like, I'm so sad that Mama D is not with us. I really, really am.
I know.
but I don't even see her in the chat room anymore.
We're gonna have to do like a part 2 where
Yeah.
we grill Mama D. Because you know
That's
what?
exactly
You know
it.
what? With all her talk about, oh, I've got all these things and I'm gonna bring up and I'm gonna show about you. Now we have to. Now it's her turn.
Spotlight, Mama D. It's gonna be the
Spotlight on
Mama D
Mama
show.
D because I miss her. I wish she was here with us.
I
I
know,
know.
but you gotta love the timing.
This is the live show. Her timing was so amazing. Like I want to go back and watch that just to see, show my husband. Look at what happened. I love it. I just love it.
So this is what happens when you just have a fun show.
Yes.
It's like, we're not so regimented. We just have fun. We love you guys. Yes. Oh my God. Oh, look at. She's laughing. She said, I could listen to you all night. That's so nice. That is so nice.
Oh
my God, the
thank
time.
you.
I
The
know.
timing was amazing.
It was so much fun. But all right, alas, it is 10:30 here. I mean, I know it's a lot earlier there, but you have a family that they're probably in there
are
going,
wondering where's Mom?
what's Mom doing?
I have to go switch back to Mom mode here. There we go. But I'm so excited to tell them about having our little guy on there, so Logan soon, and try to
we'll
convince
have to set up a
Wilhelmina to
special
come.
time. We'll do a
That would
special
be
day,
amazing.
a special time. We'll have the kids. We'll call it the kids of the Fox Den.
Aww.
Little foxes, the kids, right? The kids of the Fox Den. So
yeah, the kids at the Fox Den, exactly. Yeah, I love it.
That's it. Oh, look at the show was great.
Aww.
Thank you. Oh, she sent the picture.
Oh, thank you so much. Thank you.
If you hold on, that when we leave here.
Yeah, sure.
And then for you guys, if you guys want to see the pictures of Logan's cards that he pulled, I'll post them on my page after too. All right.
Perfect.
So we will let you all go. Go get some rest. I know a couple hours of us, and we're like, maybe, time to take a break. If I can find my video, my exit video, I have so many videos on here. Oh, next week we have Adam Hall. We got to talk about that too, so you can figure out what thing you want
crystal to do.
Right?
Yeah.
Oh, the book. I would show you the book, but it's buried with all my piles of cards are on top of my book.
We were out in the office picking up stuff off the shelves this time. That was so much fun.
Over here because I've got a pile of equipment.
I know. I have all these cards around and crystals and
all that stuff. I'm like, I want to show. Like I have my little IR lights and I use cup holders to protect my IR lights. You know what I mean?
I love it.
Such. But I was gonna show all that, but some people just talk.
Not
talk
us.
over there.
We literally have to cut ourselves off. We can't stop.
Oh, you're frozen. All right,
Oh no!
You froze. All right, that is a sign.
Okay, that is a sign. Yep, that is a sign.
All right, so time. All right, thank you guys so much. If you love us, share the show. If you really love us, go subscribe to the YouTube channel because would be really the best thing.
The best support. Yes.
So we'll see y'all next week.
Well, it was so much to see everybody for this one, and I'm looking forward to doing our crystal for next week. And Gina B, thank you so much for having me on, and Mama D, thank you for letting me come on. And I wish you were here. I love you. Mwah, mwah. Sending you love. Sending you love.
I love you all. We all love you, everybody. All
yes.
Of you. All right.
Thank you guys so much for watching. Mwah. Blessings.
Thank you again for joining us for another episode in the Fox Den. We're here every Thursday evening from 8 to 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, bringing you a variety of guests, streaming live on Facebook, YouTube, and our anchor venues. We would love it if you would go to our YouTube channel, The Fox Den with Gina B and Mama D, and please subscribe, share, and definitely hit the notification button to never miss a show. We'll see you all next week, and subscribers, watch for our pop-up shows as well.